everybody, and welcome back to the Jef Stream program. With me, I am Jeff. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. How the fuck have you been? Hello. Also, shout out to the guy that said Half-Life 3. I beat Valve. There's still time. The farts. Raise your farts. Hey, Cobus, thank you for the sub. I have so many thank yous to give out. I got a whole bunch of shit. I don't know. It's been... How long has it been? I lost track. What year is it? What year is it? Stop subscribing. Wait. Stop it. I haven't done anything. Stop. You guys are... Can you imagine if you guys were pet owners and you were like just showering treats for nothing? Just laying there covered in treats. I'm just like lying in a pool of my own filth, drowning in treats. How dare you? I did get my subscription thing set up, which is awesome. I thought it was going to be a hard time to do, but I managed it somehow anyway. I hope you guys are all doing well. How have you been? Jeez, well, could you stop? Could you fucking... Seriously, I'm serious. You broke my event notification system. You broke it. I just got here and you broke it. Hang on a second. Let me see if I could just... I'm going to have to pull chat off there, because I got to scroll up, because you guys... No, seriously, stop it. I'm going to say thank you to everybody. I do owe a billion thank yous, not just to the people who are subscribing right now. Obviously, I'm going to say thank you to you, but there were a lot of people that stayed subscribed while I was away, and that's... They didn't get any notifications, they didn't get any shoutouts, they didn't get anything. They were just being awesome and supporting me, and... Oh my god, thank you. So, Kobus, that's a 24-month... That's 2 years! You have 2 years! Is that right? That's how months work, right? Still, they haven't changed that yet? We haven't gone to metric with months yet? It's not like 9 3/4? Mr. Dimitri, thank you as well. 50 months? Are there even that many months? Ecliptic's one with 54? Stop it. Tegan on Twitch, thank you for 42. Look at that lowly 42 months. What? Sturm Gherkin, thank you as well. Coconut, my dude, 22 on you. Thank you so much. That is crazy. You guys have so many. Imagine... Every one of those 9-month increments is an infant. You have to think of names for them all. Now, Zelivius, thank you so much for the stuff. I think I've been pronouncing your name wrong my whole life. I think I've always called you Zevolicious. I never really looked. E.E., my guy with 9 months on the button with a baby. Shootin' Pooty, thank you so much for the 19th as well. Benny Bear. Craig Petey, so many awesome old names. 11 months, 5 months, Lice Colin with 23 months. You guys just broke the stream. I'm not going to be able to do anything now. I'm just going to... This is just a Jeff reading chat stream now. So, Burro Diablo, thank you for the 10-month sub. JK Tenoso with 31. I don't use normal notifications. I have to do it this way. Mickelson, 42, the magic number. Mick, my guy, you are a champion. Thank you for putting up with me absolutely disappearing on you while you guys were doing work, and I felt powerless, and I wasn't, but I'm a piece of shit, so that's what that is. But you're awesome anyway. A Morbid War Mage, my guy, thank you for 31-month subscriptions with so many maximums. Veringer, thank you for 20 months. Aquatonic 2, thank you for the sub. Oh my goodness. Xyz for giftings. Jaw228, this has got to end eventually, right? Black Cayman 16, how you doing, man? 36 on you. My Potato Fiend, 21 months. Coconut just gifted 5 subs. Please, halt. Clop, 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 halt. Tactical Zactical is here with 34, man. It's just like the olden days, except everyone's subscribing to me all at once. XJ Flyer, thank you for 50 months as well. I got my voice back. I just got my voice back, and you're going to break it. You're going to break it. What? 54 months. Lothar Vini, my dude, howdy to you too. Topaz Trumpet, thank you for a 50-month streak as well. Look at all these streaks. This is apparently not a stream. This is just me reading off people's names, which is awesome because I miss you guys. LS612 with 3 full months. Ben Murphy, 31 with the Rupog. Oh, man. Krogatron, 50. XX the Tyrant, 34. These are huge numbers. They're ridiculous. Schwertschwinger, 36. Oh, it finally ended. No, it didn't. I just started scrolling. Casespius, thank you for the 54. Andy Rice went as well with 47. Buckus, 54. You should hide it, though. That's why they made pants, was so you could hide how excited you were. Try doing that in a robe. Oh, or worse, a hospital gown. Yeah, I got some stories. Yayo Grim, how you doing, man? Welcome back to you, too. Hink, my guy, 33. Nicey loves with 2s. Sexy potato. So many potatoes. This is a very starch-heavy stream subscriber list I'm building here. Zero strength. Thank you for the 10 months. I also have zero strength right now. Ficon, 45. The best caliber. Fred the Cat, thank you so much for the sub. Alfarius, what's up, dude? Thank you for the 17. MSH the Bard, the myth, the legend, still here. What the fuck is up with you two, nerd? Cool AF man. So many old school ancient names. Booyah Dragon 24. Too easy. You guys are amazing. Xy's gifting subs. Dylan, not Dylan. What's up, man? Mr. McFeely with 5. 5 is a fine number. Just because some of them have 54. It's not continuous either. So like, even if it's 5, maybe you had 50 before that. I don't know. Mafansters, thank you for the 54. That's huge. Welcome back to you too. Agrippa X, thank you for the sub. Jelly Jam Jesus, thank you for the sub. Can I stop now, please? No. Convox, thank you for the sub. Whoa. Holy moly to you too. That's a 54. Hilda Gain, welcome back. King Botic, welcome back to you too. That's weird. You subscribed 6 months ago. That was about when I left, right? That must have sucked. You just subscribed and I just... Oh, guys, gotta go check into the hospital for a little while. Katie, how are you? 17. It's got to end eventually, right? CL Tail, thank you so much for the 40 months. Metal Slime Hunt is gifting 1 billion subs to everyone. Everybody gets a sub. You get a B, you get a B, you get some Bs, you get some Bs, you get a car for some reason, but everybody else gets Bs. King of Rome, thank you for the 4. Leonie Lloyd, thank you as well for 42. Holy shit. GD121, thank you for the 7 months. I'm running out of steam already. Guys, I have to cancel the stream and I'm not even done. I gotta go, guys. I need a nap. I was just kidding. That was a joke. Lakenda 2, thank you for the 54. And the Fragman. And Bjorn's gift and sub. Stop. Seriously, please. Oh my god. Ergodicity. 54 as well. We're almost there. I can feel it. I can feel it. Karma Power. Thank you for the 18 months. Welcome back to you too. Dragoon. Thank you. Are we there yet? Paranoia, save the cat. What's up, man? 13-month streak. It's been over a year. It has indeed. You made it. You are over the hump. Now you're on to your second baby. You can start cutting them up for spare parts in case something goes wrong with the first one. Fast Crab, thank you for the 4 months as well. And Snicksk with 19. This is ridiculous. Guys, I just got here. Cat Attack, thank you for the 29-month resub. You guys are seriously the best. I promise I'm going to get to streaming at some point. Kaisko, thank you for the 2-month sub, my dude. I wasn't even here, and you subscribed to me anyway because you're just that awesome. Sorcerer Dave with 23. I'm back. You're back. You left. I was here the whole time. What if... Did you ever think about that? What if I was streaming the whole time and you just missed it? Oh, booyah. Yeah, that's cool. I was saying that. It's like sometimes people are going to be subscribed for a little while and it'll miss 1 month. I had a guy tell me that his auto-pay system or PayPal rolled over or something like that. It sucks. There's nothing I can do about it, though. It's a number. You know how long you've been here. I know how long you've been here. It's a long fucking time. In fact, what are you doing with your life? Musharek, thank you so much for the 54-month sub and other questions I shouldn't be asking. Mr. McFeely, did you... 20 subs? That guy's really Mr. McFeely. And Xy's with another 5 as well. It's just all subs all the way down. I hate Shelly. She's okay. Thank you so much for the 6. Oh, it's been a long time. My voice still kind of works. It sounds the same. Do I sound the same? Zano9, thank you for the sub, my dude. And Ahmed242242 for you. Thank you, guys. We're done. God damn it, Hildegrim. I just got done. 40 months hype. Hi. Hello. I sound like the same old man now. That I do not at all feel surprised by. Let me see if I can get chat back on here. I just clicked on somebody's name, though. I'm going to put his profile up, though, because I can't figure out how to close out of it. So, Hildgrim, you're on here now. How do I lose this without rejecting or accepting you? Oh, it's a friend request. Oh, now I'm really on the spot. Guys, should I do it? Should I accept him? I'll leave it up to a vote. Calrog, man, holy shit. 24 months is all it says on your sub, but I know you got some years on you, my guy. Link 2, 45, thank you as well. I'm just kidding. How do I close this fucking thing? better Twitch TV. We need to have a chat, because this is not better. Okay, now I'm on his name. There we go. I had to click on it again. I'm so good at computers, guys. I'm like those people in CSI. Enhance. Thank you, Resi, for the 18-month sub. My voice should actually sound a little bit different. I've had some esophageal adjustments. For a while there, I couldn't really talk at all. It's come back, and it feels the same, I guess. I don't know. Jockey with his knife. Thank you for the sub, my dude, as well. And Dimera with 35. Holy shit. Hey. Oh my god. Stop the dude. Somebody stop that man. 10 months, or 10 subs. Just friggin' handing them out. Everybody has emotes now. Video games win. Never. I'm just gonna sit here the whole time reading chat and answering subscriptions. Guys, I haven't done anything yet. Wait. This is anarchy. Yes. Actually, yes. Well, it's not true anarchy. It's sort of like incompetent anarchy. Anarchy means no leaders. But I guess I'm kind of like a de facto leader here because, like, I just got to. But that doesn't make me competent or know what I'm doing. And thank you also, Mr. Zpangu, for all the subscriptions. Stop. I'm serious. Please. Halt. Can you just stop? I'm serious about stopping subscribing. Calm down. No. No more. This isn't one of those, oh, just keep going. Oh, just stop. No, I can't take it anymore. No, this is like I'm about to start banning people. The next person to subscribe to me is getting banned. Now they know, because they know I'm fucking crazy. They know I'm crazy. They know I'll do it. You know, some people will say that and they won't do it, but they know I will fucking do it. Alright, so before I get into the video game stuff, you know, they got the video game things going on. I would like to talk about what happened with me, because I left sort of a cryptic message up on Twitch, and I didn't really know. I should have checked it. I thought it had said something more along the lines of, I'm going on a quick hiatus while I deal with this medical issues, but for some reason with the web page updating, it didn't update to what I had said there. It kept the old one, which was me being really confused and saying I was going to go get a diagnosis for something, and that probably sounded horrible and like I was going to die, and that's not terribly off the mark either. Ordinary seaman, you're no ordinary seaman. You're a very special seaman, because I've chosen not to ban you for defying my orders. Achieved Nirvana, thank you so much for the 22 months. See, I told you I'm a wild card. Banned or not banned. But at least he took the bullet for everybody. You legit thought I was just dying? That was not an inaccurate description. I had some serious medical stuff going on, including, finally, I got up on, when you're in the hospital, they got these whiteboards where they write down all the stuff about you, like your weight and your whatever. But there's this little box that they have little pre-marked areas where it's like, this is what his diet is allowed to be, this is what his blah blah blah, this is what medication he's on. But there's one that's just like for diagnosis, and mine was empty forever. Weight round? Yeah, I'm kind of round, more lumpy, kind of like a pear shape sort of. I got thick legs though. His pick, thank you for 39 months, my dude. Uncle is back, I suppose. And Avaka last on, thank you for the 44 as well. I actually saw your name come up on the subscriber list, because you were one of the very last people to resubscribe while I was away, and so it was showing up on there, which is dope. Oh lord, got a bit of chunk to me. In fact, that was a concern, because I lost a lot of weight. I've always been a bit of a thickster. I've always had a kind of a, you know, a radius to me, some meat on my bones, and my bones were showing in places where they ought not to be showing, which wasn't great. I don't want a thigh gap, friends. I'm happy. I want to hear it slap, not gap. No gap, all slap. Margulis, thank you for the 54. That's a huge number. Thank you. Things are going better. Am I back? That's the question. Like, am I back? And that's the plan. But in order to achieve back, I have to do a couple things. First, I have to explain what happened to me medically, because I owe it to you guys. And I also have to make sure oxygen mask theory is in full effect, where I have to take care of me first. And if I'm okay, then I can get in there and do some other fun stuff. So yeah, that's what the plan is. I know everybody, you owe us nothing, whatever. I owe you guys thousands of dollars worth of content. Shut up. I don't care how you see it. That's not how I see it, and you can't change that with your stupid money or by throwing ideas at me. In my mind, the ledger is friggin' broke. It is tipped over, spun around in circles. We are way past the rollover point. Forgive me while I drink some of my cranberry grape juice, which is part of my lovely new diet. At least it's got ice in it, so it's cool. Am I back? That is the question. So yeah, my plan right now is to stream today for a little while, if I ever get to. And also on Saturday, I'm going to leave a little gap in there for the 4th of July so everybody can go out and blow some shit up. I can't attend the 4th of July myself. I'm not permitted to be around explosive devices right now, which is a hilarious medical restriction. I highly recommend it. It's super cool. I wish I could get it put on my driver's license or something, like do not allow near explosives, because it makes me sound like I'm super flammable or something. But the truth is, it's because I have installations in my body that will be possibly shaken loose and other things. So, medical stuff. We got to get this out of the way. I got to do this. There were like 8 different things that were going on with me. Imagine if a guy walked into a hospital after living 35 years in the apocalypse without ever learning what the word doctor meant. That was what it was like. I walked in there leaking fluid out of my ears, one of my eyes half out, my kidney hanging out of my asshole. It was not pretty, and the doctors were kind of like, they poked me for a little bit, like, is he really even alive? There were a number of things that precipitated all of this. You remember, and by the way, if I do ever become a dearly departed, I have already decided that I will attribute it to the turkey. A couple years ago, around Thanksgiving, I broke one of my ribs trying to wrangle a turkey at my brother's farm, and that was a big thing at the time, and it took a long time to get better over that. But that was related. It was related, and this is the thing: is it wasn't an isolated incident. It turns out the turkey thing, where I broke a rib, and you remember later after that, I had more problems with my rib. What ended up being the case was that I had an infection that was under my healing rib at the time, and that infection caused all sorts of inflammation and shit, and I ended up getting some hernias because of this, which is, by the way, why I'm a transhuman now. It's not the cool transhuman. I don't have any robot parts. I don't have any cool hidden compartments or anything like that. I am actually part man, part pig now, which is cool. They gave me a choice when they have these things called hernia meshes that they install to keep your body from it keeps your internal organs from becoming external organs, which is good. I am porcine human. They give you a choice. They ask you if you want to have a mesh made of pig or beef tissue, and I decided that I would prefer bacon, because that's what I would say at a restaurant, and why not keep it consistent? I am a Jeff Pig man. Me swine. I am going to play a game tonight, I promise. I got to get through this first, though, so please bear with me while I ramble along about medical shit. You can just mute me, I don't care. Just mute it for like 10 minutes and then come back. We'll get on with it. So I ended up having not 2 hernia procedures, but I had 2 hernia procedures, but I had 3 separate hernias. And that was when the doctors were like, stop everything. You need to stop. We need to get you on a diet of muesli, soy paste, and I don't know, like processed water, so that nothing goes on. And they weren't able to do a lot of really useful tests on me because my bloodstream was like 50% coffee and 50% mayonnaise. So at first they were like, wait a minute, first thing we got to do is take you through a health class, which you apparently skipped. Not a good thing. And they had to figure out if there was an underlying cause for this, or if I was just the world's poorest health man, which is not too far from the truth. I've always had sort of generally poor health. I've had bronchitis and asthma and all these other things. I remember when I was really little, one of my earliest memories is having to go through all this medical bullshit and drinking their weird, the crappy liquid they make you drink before you get an MRI or a CT scan. So they decided that they were going to take it seriously for me. A lot of it has to do with good luck, too. It's not like I wandered in there a day before I was going to die, and they were like, aha, we saved you, it's a miracle. There was some luck to it, too, that that the rib hid this until it became such a problem that I started exploding externally. Um, but when they got in and they started doing more serious tests and scans, when they started doing their heavy MRI, CT scans, and ultimately it was a ultrasound which determined that I was not pregnant, unfortunately, and that I had an infection in my lower left lung that had laid dormant for possibly years, more likely something along the lines of 3 months. And they thought it was no big deal, but this is finally what they wrote on my whiteboard, and this is the point: is they finally wrote nocardia on my whiteboard, and for me that meant the world because it meant there was a thing. It had a beginning and an end, and I could read about it on the internet, and I wasn't just being a lunatic going through WebMD, you know? There was something I could look up. I also accused the doctor of trying to kill me because I was like, nocardia, doesn't that mean I don't have a heart? Nocardia, is that Latin? No, it's an abbreviation of something. It's an infection that is caused by pretty much everything in the world. It comes from dirt, water, all sorts of stuff. It's omnipresent all over the world, everywhere. It's a bacterial infection. And the only thing about it is that the reason you guys don't have nocardia right now is because you have an immune system which functions. Kind of important. Super cool. Check that out. Probably try to keep that going. I thought maybe that yeah, that's right, nocardosis. It is no fun. And also it is also what was the cause of those hernias, it turns out, was because it causes lesions on the inside of your chest wall, etc. So yeah, I had my name, I had the thing, and I still had a heart too, which is awesome. It's a really scary thing. I didn't want to give you guys too much information at the time. I didn't want to be dramatic. I didn't want to be like, I'm not going to make it, guys. This is the end. You know, I didn't want to go throwing around a bunch of crap that I didn't know what was going on. It is something that they caught in time and were able to treat. They had to do some heinous treatments to me. I don't know if any of you have ever had a lung wash, but even if it sounds like it's fresh and clean, don't do it. Do not do it. Also, try not to go to Guantanamo Bay because they give those lung washes out for free. No bueno. I also still have some congestion issues. I also have some scar tissue inside of my body that will never go away. So that's just fun. Anyway, the point of it all was that they were able to pin it down and get me under treatment, which involved antibiotic by the name of Septra. You've probably heard of. It's the horse antibiotic they give to people who are on their last horse leg. And it's super duper crazy antibiotic, which is awesome because for me, I was like, I'm immune to everything now. I could go lick a toilet seat and I'd be fine. I didn't, but I did think about it. Anyway, the nocardia thing, it wasn't able to spread into my bloodstream, which is where it gets really scary. If it gets into your bloodstream, you have about 2 to 3 weeks to live, and you won't know it because it's slowly causing lesions in your brain. There's a small chance, by the way, that there were lesions in my brain, and that I am not quite the same as I ever was. But I'm not too worried about it because the way I figure it is I always had before exactly as much smarts as I had, and that was what I had to work with. And now I also have exactly as much as I have, and that's what I have to work with. So there's no sense crying over spilt milk or a few brain cells here or there. It's gonna be fine. But I won't notice anything wrong, but you may notice a thing or two. That's the thing, you can't really use a broken mirror to tell if the mirror is broken kind of thing. But the point was that the major brain lesion stuff was avoided. I was able to get treated. There's still stuff going on medically. I also had an intestinal blockage at one point, but that was probably caused by the medication they were giving me for something else. So yeah, it was a nightmare. It was a clusterfuck. I thought I was never going to get out of there alive. I went through every possible stage of emotion and grief for myself and the world, and I had a lot of time to think. I had a lot of time to get my shit together a little bit. I was in a bad place before I went in there. I'm still in a bad place, but I'm in a better bad place. So, whee. Yes, Maxie, I didn't want to talk about that one because that one's actually kind of gross and embarrassing. There was a lot of embarrassing stuff. I'm not, the most open sharing person in the world. I like my privacy, and so there are some things that were downright undignified that I probably am not going to mention. If that's a problem, that's a problem. But that's the I'm out of breath and I had to tell you as quickly as possible version. It was way more complicated than that. I have a huge binder of all of the medical stuff that I went through. I have pictures of the internals of my body, but it's cool because I confirm now I actually do have a heart. And like the Grinch, it occasionally grows 2 sizes too large. But yes, ultimately, the point of all this crap is that there was something wrong with me. It has been resolved, and now I can actually get back to something that I enjoy. And that was the point of this whole story, was to tell you guys that I was in a place where I was scared. I was terrified. I thought I could, and I was not wrong. Something horrible was very close to happening, and I felt there's an unshakable feeling. It felt like sitting there playing a game with an open gunshot wound. When I would try to play a game or stream or whatever, it was like I knew there's something wrong with me. I need to go see a fucking doctor. And yet here I am sitting here playing a game, not doing anything about it. It drained every aspect of my immersion, my ability to have fun. My mortal coil was paramount in my mind. And that's not normally the case for me. A lot of the way that I've been able to interact with you guys through games is by sort of shuffling off my mortal coil voluntarily. I don't need it. I'm here in the game. It's just me and you. We are weird little fucking snowflakes floating around waiting to melt on the internet. But you have to admit at some point you do have one. Your body is real, and it is kind of important that you take care of it like something else. I have one other thing I have to tell you guys about. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to tell you the saddest story time ever, as Coconut just prophesied. My best friend of 18 years and fan favorite Tsunami passed away during this time. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't completely processed it. It is devastating. It's like losing a family member, a friend, all in one. I did my best. I did everything I could. I tried. And it's like if you've ever lost anybody, it doesn't matter how hard you tried or how much you were there. It still feels wrong. So I miss her. Give an F in the chat. And then let's get back to business, because that's all we can do is keep going. Regardless. She was a very good girl. By my counts, the best. Maybe we'll get a Tsunami stream too, yes. Or an emote to go along with Max's, but it's too damn soon right now. I don't want to go into the details of what happened with her. It was bad stuff. And I read John Walker's tweets this morning about what happened to his cat, and now I'm like both grief-stricken and furious. So let's take out some of that existential rage. We won't maybe be able to find meaning or replacement in video games, but we can at least spread our wings a little bit and fly. So, with that said, that's all the bad. It's all the shit. It's a kind of, okay, assuming that things get a little more stable right now, I don't mind having every single bad thing in the world happen to me all at once, because then I can get it over with. That's a big assumption, though, so let's not make any promises there. For now, though, I'm going to play a video game on the internet. Crazy, right? Who ever heard of that? Do people still do that? Do people still just, go on the internet and play games? Who would do that? Oh, the fade. It still works. I haven't lost it. I'm working furiously right now. I'm pulling levers and pushing buttons to make sure the fade operates functionally. There we go. Halt the fade. We're going to play Risk of Rain 2, which came out while I was gone. It's an awesome game. It's for nerds, which is cool, because I'm a nerd. It's a sequel to Risk of Rain, which was a awesome roguelite. It was a two-dimensional side-scrolling one, though, and this one is fully three-dimensional. It's odd. I first played it when it initially did its little early access release. I think it's still in early access, and I was like, I'm going to check this out. I played it with a controller, though, because while I was during all this illness stuff, I wasn't even really able to sit in my chair for long periods of time and play with a keyboard and mouse. So I got a little wireless 360 connector thing for the PC. I'll have to relearn how to play it with a keyboard and mouse, so forgive me. I have a new mouse, by the way. It sounds like this. It's cool. It's a $10 Logitech mouse. You know why I got it? Because the other $10 mouse I got died. Because that's what happens with $10 mice. They just die. Also, the technical issues I had to go through, by the way, that was a fucking nightmare. I had to replace the power supply unit on my computer. It could explode at any minute. It's the same computer I built all those years ago that I wrote. I had a Twitter post about it, and there's pictures of all the parts laid out on my living room floor. That same computer is what I'm streaming on right now, and it's the oldest thing in the universe. I'm sorry, Grimmeth. My computer is 1 year older than you because I say so. I do plan to build a new computer at some point, especially with all these damn subscriptions you guys showered me with. Yeah, it was about 7 years ago. It's amazing it still works. I've had to maintain it and work pretty hard at that. But I have had to replace some parts, new GPU, new power supply, new CPU fan, new hard drive, all sorts of stuff. So I guess Ship of Theseus, it's the computer, kind of. Devious Crypto, what it is, my newt. 7 months. How's the Discord, man? I had to pull out of the Discord. I was not in a good place to be talking to people. I'm kind of an asshole already, and when you're dealing with existential terror, you turn into like a psychotic asshole. I don't want to hurt anybody. Bees in your pants. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Get those bees out of your pants. I will indeed spend your subscription on hookers and cocaine, Angeline. Did I miss yours? What the fuck? Angeline's been here since the beginning of time. How's life down there? I hope you're doing well. I think I missed Zunbills as well while I was ranting and raving and talking. I swear, we're going to get a stream in here at some point. And Matrios as well. I shouldn't have got that notification thing working because now we're never going to play. So, Risk of Rain 2. This is the game we're going to play. It is a video game. In it, you shoot things and they die sometimes. No, it was... Oddly enough, when they first released it on Early Access, it was almost a perfect, exact recreation of the original Risk of Rain 2. It didn't add anything. There were some things that were missing, but it didn't add anything. What it did was transfer it, or translate it, as it was in state, for the most part, into this 3D environment, where it's a totally different game, and it has a totally different perspective, and I think it's an improvement. Beautiful style. The original had incredible style. It had awesome music. The soundtrack has been one of my favorites for as long as forever. So I was really excited about this, and it turned out to be pretty cool. They've done some updates since the initial release where I tooled around in it and unlocked these characters. There's this character. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it's the toxic poison guy whose name I can't remember because I probably have holes in my brain. Alex! How you doing, my dude? Good to see you, man. And Neo Kevlar as well. Yeah, that was cranberry grape juice. Two things I hate, but apparently my body needs them or whatever. So Acrid, that's my guy. Yeah, is that Acrid? I don't know. I guess maybe we'll find out. I don't know what it takes to unlock him, but perhaps I will perform it. No, I fully suspect that I'm gonna immediately die because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm uncoordinated. I haven't practiced. You can't watch. Don't look at me. But I'm not going to play it on easy. Because that just ain't me, baby. Bjorns. Got you a GIF. Mick's handing them out. Holes because I'm old. Is that naturally forming? Alright, let's go on with the commando. There's Multi, who's a little robot guy with leg wheels. Those are different. The Huntress, who's cool. She can do all sorts of blinky stuff and strafing. She was a favorite in the original. The Engineer with his bubbles and his turrets and his mines. The Artificer was not in the original? I don't know. You know what? Maybe I do have holes in my brain. Who cares? Let's go play video games with our holy brain. Why sub? Thank you for the 27 months. Welcome back to you. Did you just spell that with 2 Fs? Wow. Take back an F from chat. So here it is. Risk of Rain. You may remember it from when this was flat and two-dimensional. The controls are such. You can jump, you can shoot, and in the bottom right there, you'll see a little list of abilities. If I right-click, it'll shoot out a little pressure wave. I don't know what that's called. I'm going to call it my reach out and touch someone pill. And I can do a dashing roll. I can also sprint. And the final one is burst fire. We're going to have to use, excuse me, I was walking here, all of these abilities in concert to try to defeat waves of enemies. The game is very unique, in my opinion, in the way it handles this. It continuously spawns waves of enemies. There's a money system in it. It's sort of like a tower defense game with no towers or defense. It's sort of like a no tower attack game. I don't know. Things don't need to make sense anymore. I've got holes in my brain. I don't. But if I did, it would make it a lot easier for me to explain how bad I am at things. One of the things that's going on right now is there's a clock in the top right-hand corner. By the way, is this stream isn't a stream unless you crank my browser volume. Is the volume okay? I should probably check with that. How is the volume? Are we good? Does the stream look good? Does it sound good? It's been a long fucking time. No music. No. All right, let's try it like this. I need to move my OBS so I can actually see. I couldn't see the desktop audio. That seems louder than my mic. Good. Nobody wants to hear me. I'm just a dumbass with holes in my brain. I still don't have holes in my brain, but I'm gonna keep saying that because when you're as slowed down and as old as I am, you need any excuse you can get your hands on. Is this better? Smooth, buttery, perfect. Got it on the first try. No problem. So you can see in the top right a little clock. This is 1 minute and 43 seconds and counting. That is our difficulty level. And no matter what we do, at all times, it will be increasing. It never stops, it never slows down. The game only gets harder, which is cool. So let's go fight the boss because we're under a time limit, and the longer you wait to start the boss fight, the more enemies spawn, which is a trade-off. Oh, hello there, Mr. Beetle Queen. It's the Mr. Beetle Queen. Ah, there's a drone there. Thank you. It's a healing drone. It doesn't shoot stuff, so it's not the coolest possible drone. Excuse me? I require a little warning before you shoot all that green shit over me. Like Independence Day style. Oh, it's bugs now. I don't know what the deal is with those bugs, but it seems like they're a waste of bullets. Oof. I should probably use my abilities here. I'm telling you, look at this. You know how bad I am. I'm way more bad right now than normal. I'm gonna run away because people scare me. And by people, I mean whatever these weird toadstool-looking mushroom things are. I don't know what they are. They all have names, and there's a little codex in here. Nope. Okay, we're nearly dead, so that's cool. It could be worse. We could be actually dead. I'm kind of doing this wrong. I shouldn't be spending so much time, and we're dead. I love the ragdoll, by the way. That's how it goes. I promise you, it's not going to be that bad. I've actually got some... I wanted to show you how bad I am right now before I showed you my codex and stats, because I do know how to play this game. I'm just out of practice with the keyboard and mouse. So let's go look at my logbook real quick. Look, I have done things. I've beat bosses. I know stuff. I swear. Honest. That was horrible, though. That was the most embarrassing. I shouldn't even be doing that. Oh, I should be playing something more basic like Solitaire right now. Hey, Wipey. What it is, and hello to everybody else I missed while I was losing terribly. That's cool, Gret5, man. Awesome to see you, and everybody else that's popping by, even if for a minute. Saywin with 50 months, thank you so much, and pure onages. No slightly diluted onages for you, and also Godfiend15, and Irradium228. Damn, Lysander of Sparta, Bolshata Svinja. My favorite name to say, because it took me so long to figure it out. And Martrios as well. Thank you, guys. So yeah, I have done a bunch of stuff and unlocked even some of the obscure secret level things, but I clearly do not know how to play this game. It's going to be one of those games where you either have to enjoy watching me suck really bad and suffer, or maybe something else. I don't know. Hopefully it's like riding a bike. It all comes back. Everything gets better. You gotta hop on that bike and ride. Thank you, Atomic Umu, for the sub, and Afrolicious with 34 and XSI. My peoples are here. Dang. How did I ever get along without you? Right. Weapons-grade antibiotics. So in the original Risk of Rain, Mercenary was one of my favorites, but it's oddly much different for 3 dimensions. You don't really think about it when you're playing in 2 dimensions. You're dashing forward and you're dashing back. You dash once and you hit everything because they're all lined up in a row. It's very different in 3D. But you know what? Let's go down the line. We'll try Multi. Multi is an aggressive survivor who has the tools for any job. I'm going to put that to the test. I'm not even going to read what they are. Stop hurting, Iridium. That's not why I'm here. Okay. Right, I remember now. You're supposed to pick up these little capsules of coins. Capsules. He's got a little spray action gun, and when you reload it, it turns into a freaking laser. Huge fan. Like lasers. And he also turns into a compact little box. He looks like those Boston Robotics, or Boston Dynamics robots that they horribly abuse and mistreat and kick and push around. If you haven't seen that, man. Skynet's coming, and you know what? I think I might be on its side. Skynet's right. Humans are terrible. Got a little grenade launching fella there, and that's pretty much it. 2 different modes for primary attack, a grenade cube sphere, and we can compact ourselves and roll around. I don't know if it's really up to preference when it comes to the weapons, because it seems like the machine gun and the death ray are about the same in power level. Probably better to use, especially in the early game, the extremely powerful one-shot, because it can do this, and it can do this. And let's go to a shrine. Same as the other shrines, you have a chance to get a prize. In this case, we got the Old War Stealth Kit and some goggles, which do something, despite being goggles. I also need to find the teleporter, because time's a ticking, and I don't see it. You can kind of see it from a distance, because it is covered in a glowing shroud of little gold things. Zexter618, thank you for the sub, dude. Yeah, we've got a couple of items here. I didn't exactly get to see what that belt thing did, but I know the goggles increase your crit chance, which is nice. I think we actually just got a crit on Mr. Laserman. I should learn the name of these animals, but at the same time, I can make up new ones if I don't learn it, so that's sort of fun too. I'm going to call that guy a Toadstool and a Flaming Head. Those are terrible names. They're far too accurate. See if we can find the teleporter anywhere. Those are little floating particle effects. Wow, the cooldown on this shift. I keep forgetting there's 2 sprint modes. There's this shift mode and then there's regular sprint. There we go. On controller, it's different. Let's see the teleporter. That means it can only be in one place. By the way, I should mention, this is not a procedurally generated level. This level is the same all the time. Which is fine, because it serves its purpose exactly. I'm kind of glad they didn't go all crazy and make a bunch of weird experimental procedural shit. They did what they had to do and made sure it worked, and it does. Procedural stuff is cool, but it doesn't need to be everything, and it also isn't an indicator of guaranteed quality. We spent way too long on this. It's 3 minutes in. We're already getting elite spawns, because I'm a dingus, and I don't know how to play video games anymore. That, by the way, is an elite. You'll see he's got a flaming effect. They have different ones depending on what kind of elite they are. Frost elite, fire elite, frosty fire elite. Oh, yay. My favorite. The one that causes an undodgeable area of effect explosion that kills you pretty much instantly. Everybody loves him, right? Did they nerf him? Because, man, did he need it. Why am I invisible? Oh, that's what the old belt does. Occasionally causes you to become invisible on hit. And you know what? That's fine, because I plan to get hit a lot, as you can see there. You do get a little regen over time, and you have I think you have a shield by default? Not entirely sure. By the way, some of the characters, I'm not using the sprint function a lot, because some of the characters can't fire while sprinting. This is one of them. I thought that might be the case. Oh yeah, I forgot my sprint thing is for ramming, which hasn't been super useful because all the enemies have been flying. It's okay. So I'm making a tactical choice here. You can focus on the boss, probably the best thing to do, because the sooner it's dead, the sooner it's not shooting this blue shit at you. But on the other hand, if you do focus on the boss, then all these guys start to pile up. They don't stop spawning until the countdown is done on the boss timer, which is slowly counting down. It's at 76% right now. This red circle right here, this line, you have to stay within that line or it will keep spawning and stop counting. Okay, I'm remembering. You have to press buttons. You have to right-click occasionally as well as left-click. I swear, I have done things. It's just that I'm super out of practice. Fly, my pretties! I love that the jellyfish boss is staying underneath the mountain range here, so he can't even get to me. Probably should have picked that up a while ago. I'm sorry, I'm so bad. At least At least I know how bad I am. I have been trying to watch a little bit of content on that. I know Bisnap is still streaming it. Cool dude who does some roguelike extraordinaire kind of Isaac and Enter the Gungeon kind of stuff. Which, by the way, Enter the Gungeon got an update recently. I say recently because recently now... Oh, jeez, Louise, I'm a popsicle. I say recently because now, anything that happened within the last year is recently, as opposed to 5 seconds ago. I am not as in touch as I might have once been. So there we go, we killed all the bad enemies, and now all we gotta do is shoot this guy in the face. Which is difficult, because jellyfish don't have faces. In fact, they don't even have heads. In fact, they don't even have a brain. Yeah, think about that. How are you supposed to get holes in your brain if you don't have one? All they have is a central nervous system. Yeah, I'm just shooting this guy right in his central nervous system right now. He must be so anxious. Oh, imagine that. Only being capable of being nervous. That's not what it means, but it would suck. The cheese strategy? I didn't put him there. He's just there. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. It looks like he's disabled from using his kill everything within 100 million miles of him attack, so I'm very happy about that. And he's dead. Am I going to do Euro streams like the old time? Ooh, Red Whip's good. I plan to do all sorts of shit. That doesn't necessarily mean it is or isn't going to happen. And so I'm not exactly in a place where I want to start making promises. Especially around the 4th of July. I don't know if I want to capitulate to you Europeans. I mean, I gotta show my independence here. Deja in you, thank you, and Selenout bravely adventuring into Cella space. He is truly a Selenout. Catam4 as well, Zexter618, thank you guys all for your subs, you are amazing. So we got all this money, all the enemies are dead, and there are no more. We can leave the level through the teleporter if I want, but I would rather spend my money because you can't take it with you. It all goes away. So that's a gambling shrine. There's some more guaranteed payouts. That one will occasionally pay out with an item when you put in money. This one will always pay out with an item when you give it money. We got War Banner. It's okay. War Banner causes occasionally a little sphere of area effect buffs to go down. It kind of puts a flag in the ground, and if you stay near it, it will stay good. You don't have to, though. Ooh, speed buffs and more War Banners. One of the interesting things about this game is that it is built around the idea of looping and stacking. So if you've played your Enter the Gungeon... Wait, does that have loops? It does if you get clone. What was the mutant one? Oh my god, I must sound like such a moron. I can't remember of it. I put in hundreds of hours into that game. Nuclear Throne. Yeah, that one. It's similar to that one in that it's built around looping, like the original Risk of Rain was. I think we got all the treasures, so let's get on out of here before it gets to the 10-minute mark on the first level. By the way, you get a little extra time penalty for going through the teleporter, so it probably will be by medium by the time we get to the second level. Maybe not the best, but what can you do? All of our money gets converted into experience points, which, by the way, you can see we're level 5. I didn't talk about that. You level up, you get more health, you get more shooting damage, all the good stuff. And you can even sacrifice your health for a little bit of money. We started out with 110, so that's awesome. So yeah, the game is built around stacking items. So getting the same item is not bad. In fact, getting 2 crowbars is pretty good. I don't remember exactly what crowbar does, but I'm not going to ask because I don't want to pry. I'll be here all week, fellas. Or except I won't. Probably maybe on Saturday. That counts as a week somewhere. I want to get a little bit more money so we can open this chest, and then we'll go find a teleporter. How much was this guy? You are $71. You are mine. Bullets. Extra damage to bosses. That's a good one. That's essentially the same thing Crowbar does. It increases your base on large enemies, I think. Or crit chance, maybe. The other items that we have are a med kit, which causes us to heal a little bit when we get hit. The invisibility chance on hit. Red Whip makes us move faster when we're out of combat, which we are right now, and we aren't right now. It's got a little cooldown timer. After it's happy that you're not in combat, it'll let you get back to going fast. And despite not being a red one, I still want to go fast. Amael, thank you for the 2 months. So great to see you as well. And what's up, Last Protocol? I'm trying to read chat as much as I could, but you guys know I never read chat. Chat? Who reads that? Chat. Pfft. It's a little difficult when I'm fighting a boss or something like that, but for the most part I can point my guy in a direction and get a little chat in. Can I even read? It's debatable. I speak one language barely. Barely. And I clearly don't know. There was the banner proc. I think that goes up when you hit a level. Yeah, I went from level 5 to level 6, so that's why it went up. And let's see if I can switch guns and show you the difference. So this is our fire rate outside of it, and this is our fire rate inside of it. Slightly faster. Exciting! It gets better when you get lots of them. Alright guys, could you please maybe don't? I haven't even found the freaking teleporter. It's over here. You can tell because of all the particle effects in the sky there. There we go. I still can't believe I'm back either, and if you're judging this by quality, I'm not. My commentary is shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm bad at the game. I'm having a hard time keeping up with chat. So pretty much as bad as it can possibly go, but as far as I'm concerned, that's just what we're going to have to work with. It's Mr. Beetle Queen again, the Swarm Mother. Let's give him a little bit of bang! I headbutted him. I don't even know if I have a head. I definitely have a butt, though. I'm gonna kind of just jump around like a maniac here. He's going down fast because of our various upgrades and abilities, so I think we can kill him before the timer runs out, and then we can just focus on his little minions. Minions! Please no lasers on my face. So he drops an item when he's dead. It's the Queen's Gland, which gives us our own friendly beetle friend. You are my son now. You are adopted. I have adopted a beetle. You are my charge, my ward. I will protect you. It's just us, Beetle. It's just you and me, man. We gotta keep the fire burning. It's like, this is the road now, except with cartoony animals and a beetle friend, instead of a horrifying post-apocalyptic adventure with your child. While you die. Yay! So exciting and wholesome. Hold still while I punch you. They're gonna keep spawning. Our little beetle friend over there, our adopted child, let's call him, Beetle. Not feeling very creative right now. It's just gonna have to be Beetle Face. We'll go around punching the shit out of anybody that looks at me. I'm sorry, by the way, this is not a family-friendly stream. Not because I'm gonna swear or do anything inappropriate, it's just because I don't like your family. They're not my friend. I'm sure they're fine. Nice. What are you punching at, man? You got something over there you want to do? Oh, he makes cute little noises. He's my favorite. Out of all my beetle friends who I have in the game right now, this one's my favorite. Could you please stop smashing me with your angriness, though? That'd be great. Alright, I think we got a drone there, but it didn't appear we picked it up. So we're going to go through and try to pick up all the loot. And it would be actually really nice if we found the loot, if you know what I'm talking about. Some of the items in this game are vastly preferable to pick up than others. The ones that give you area of effect attacks, as you could see by that huge wave. Ooh, getting infusion on the second floor would be good if I hadn't already pretty much tanked this run by taking so long. Bustling fungus. It bustles, it funguses. You know, the usual. Let's get a syringe, maybe? That's a can of some kind of juice. I don't know. Syringe is attack speed. That's what I want. Syringe and AoE attacks. That's what we're going to do. Only the best. Hey, it's a me. Mario. I'm assuming. Is it really you? Mario, after all these years, you've come back to challenge me. We got a use item, which is in our Q slot. It is a chrysalis. I prefer Christopherless, but that's just kind of my opinion. And what it does is this. Whee! Whee! You can guess exactly how effective this is in combat. Not. By the way, though, there are some hidden things you can find throughout these levels. This is not just what you see is what you get. There's a pretty decent chunk of content, including hidden content, in here already, as early as this is. So, you know, there's some benefit to exploring. There are little tokens you can find that will give you access to secret levels, etc. I don't remember how they work, though, so I'm just going to run around shooting stuff. This is a new map. I have never seen this map. Considering how bad I was at the other ones, though, I can't imagine we'll do much worse. Did I not talk about infusion? Infusion makes it so that every time you kill an enemy, it slightly increases your HP cap, which is freaking amazing because you kill a fucking lot of enemies in this game, and you need a lot of health. So it sort of works out, and the earlier you get it and the more of them you get, the better you're gonna be. That's what those little red balls falling on me are. I'm used to it, though. If you've had one ball fall on you, you've had them all, ball. And there's also jump pads, which I did not want to do. I can't find the teleporter again. Not my fault. First time on the map, don't blame me. There's also falling damage, as you can see, and no, jump pads don't appear to mitigate that. Not enough for that. Where's our... There it is. Yeah, we got some Chad red health. They can't bust through it. Almost level 8. Yeah, there's level 8. Called it. Is that an item or just a... I guess the soil is blue? I thought it was a chest, but no. Dirt is blue on this planet. Amazing. It's an equipment. What do I do with an equipment? I can't buy it. Could you fucking not? He actually does damage to me? There's friendly fire in this? Madness. Insanity. Why? Hopefully it won't be bug thing again. It's not. It's the Clay Doomstrider. He's got a decent set of attacks that you can dodge fairly easily by just kind of moving around and jumping. He has one really gnarly attack. What the fuck is that? Okay, we're gonna die. I'm just being obliterated here. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Why? Get into cover. I didn't even know this game had cover from fire, but here we are. I'm being suppressed. What the fuck are these things? Holy shit. They're not joking around. They're just walking around with Gatling guns. I guess I should probably figure out how to deal with those. Christicat said Jeff isn't dead at almost exactly the frame in which I died. Yeah, they're heavy weapons, guys. I didn't have the Sandwich equipped. That's why they went after me. Clearly, next time, I will have to get the Sandwich. Also, I got some shout-outs. Maxi Memoring, what up, dude? And Brett Flan. Victual Squidport for life. Meat Pizza. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. And Mathel2 and Pedantic Raver. I see you, pedantically raving. Get back in the pantry with your pedantry. That is a word, by the way. Pedantry? Sounds wrong, but it is. There's something interesting you can pick up in the backside of the drop pod. See, this is what I need you guys for. I can't do anything without you guys. I don't know where anything is, and I never go around looking for stuff. I just brute force my way through everything with the blinders on, trying not to absorb any information in the process. It's only through chat osmosis that I ever learn anything about games. How does the meta progress work? It works similar to the original. It's pretty much the same. You, through achievements, unlock both everything. Enemies types, boss types, item types. There's a secret level item system as well. It's sort of separate from that. And also going through and getting... There are little collections you can get for each of these. I think that's probably what that equipment thing was a piece of equipment we found that's maybe a part of a survivor. Maybe it was related to the unlock thing. But here's the challenges. And this is, I believe, how the unlock system works. So in order to get our next few challenges, we're going to have to defeat 500 elite monsters and charge a teleporter without getting hit. So that one's never going to happen, ever. Ever! Sorry, Spire Noir, you're having coffee without me. I am allowed to have coffee very rarely, and so I will, but it's not. I'm not on my coffee schedule now. Well, thanks for coming, Jagged. Did I get killed by the pet? It does give you some cool information there at the end. This is probably not a good game for me to be streaming right off the bat, as you could tell, because of how bad I am at it. By the way, this is my favorite item in the game. 4th of July is coming up. I don't get to go, unfortunately. It's not good for people who have things like hernia meshes and massive intestinal inflammation, which, by the way, these things are kind of ongoing, but to stand next to large explosions. But I am there in spirit. I my brother has his anniversary with his wife around the same time, and so they always do this big 4th of July thing. And through the process, after I got back from the hospital, I started cleaning up the old Streamo area Casa thing, because I was... You ever do this where you come back from an area after a while? I was laid up there for 2 weeks, and I was like, how have I been living like this? When I got home, I was like, what is wrong with me? Did I really? So I went through and I did a little cleaning and organization, and I found the secret stash my dad had given me of his own collection of genuine, extremely illegal, extremely explosive fireworks from a trip up to Washington State where we went to visit some Indian reservations, and I was able to give those to my brother. So shit is getting blowed up one way or the other. Shit is on fire. Hopefully we'll get some pictures and videos, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, no, they're the, the kind of firecrackers that may include a little nitroglycerin or something, you know, just little stuff, little things, no big deal. Hey, good to see you two dropping DK, and everybody as well. You guys are amazing. I'm not going to injure myself, Sargerific. I'm not even going. I won't even be there. It's something I can't. They're going to have to go on without me. It's okay, I get to be there all the other times when they're not blowing shit up. I also had to turn down a trip to the... Every once in a while, my brother and his buddies get a bunch of guys over there. He's got some ex-cop friends and ex-mil friends, and they like to shoot guns. And I like to shoot guns too, but I can't do that either. In fact, I learned that one the hard way. Because if you shoot a gun, after you're done, your body kind of vibrates a little bit. And then it's really scary when your body stops vibrating, except for one part of it keeps vibrating. For days and weeks afterwards. Hey, Silence Pope. Hey. Tough one to say. I'm gonna call you Nene instead. Not the balls. No, I didn't have those kind of hernias. I had upper body hernias. I didn't have any cohernias. All of my junk is intact. I am still technically, by most genetic standards, a human male with equipment. That's nice. They didn't have to snip that one off. I was like, you can cut my torso off. I don't mind. Amputate it. I don't need that fucking thing anyway. But don't you get down there in my plumbing. Gotta keep the plumbing going. Let's give this another try with a character I am much more familiar with. Hopefully we'll do fine with... I think this is the easy mode character. Am I wrong? Is Huntress the easy mode character? It should be. AoE attack, auto-targeting projectiles, blink, sprint, all of the things. Silence Pote Nene. How dare you? Thank you. What the, wow. That's technically spamming. Thank you for gifting out 10 stubs. Amazing. You've heard Merc is the best? He's got some drawbacks. I don't know. Last time I tried to play him, people just shot me from far away, and I couldn't hit them with a sword. Ooh, you were right. There is a panel. And a fuel array. What have you done? Does this make the game infinitely harder? Why did you do this? It says extremely unstable on it. Why do I read chat? They just get me killed. Nonsensical Jellyfish, thank you so much for the 39, and welcome back. Glad to be able to share this with y'all. Me sucking at video games, just like I used to. There's nothing new here. I was always pretty bad. Maybe not this bad, but bad. I do occasionally look back on my gaming career, especially the stuff that I've done sort of in public where people could see, and I'm a little horrified. Like, did I really let people watch me do that? Wow. Really bad. There's our teleporter glow. Anyway, I can't actually see that. There it is. So it is viable, by the way, to run around just opening boxes, especially in my opinion, if you have fireworks, which does that. It's so festive. It's right on time for the 4th of July. You're worth it. So firework it. I'm going to go ahead and press the button, though, because I want to. So what does this thing on my back do? Does it just make me die soon? Probably. Let's find out together. Oh, I just read what it did in chat. Yeah, no, that's not funny. Why? I mean, you know, at least I'm still game for whatever, but one of the things that I really like about this character and think puts her into the easy modus operandi category is not just that she can do that, which I haven't been doing, but that she can move and sprint at the same time. Why is it? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that did not take long. I should be playing a different game right now. I should probably be playing Risk or Enter the Gungeon. I'm much more up to practice on that one. Let's try that again without the additional fun. No extra fun. Oh no, LS612. I have no doubt that watching me play XCOM or a number of other games, this must be physically painful. And you know what I do, right? You know my system. I just put my head down and brute force it. I just push through. I do it wrong, and I keep doing it wrong all the way until I beat the game by sheer stubbornness. Or usually give up partway through. But you know, the beating it sometimes happens. That, by the way, is one of the secret level pods. Costs a lunar. Lunar stands for lunatic, or the moon. I don't know why they're coins. They say lunar coins. Maybe they're made of moon. Indy, oh, thank you, 51. Holy Shazam, that's a lot. We got some big months. I've learned how to speak millennial, by the way. See, you can see that, big months. Also, if you read, there was a patch for Risk of Rain that came out today. I didn't really read what the details were, but I did notice that there was a new word in it. It contained the word yote, which is exciting, I guess. I think that means to be kicked off of a cliff. Although I think yeet is the official term, and yote is more of a pluralization or perhaps some sort of modifier. Could be the proper term. Hey, we got our fireworks back, and a monster tooth necklace. Monster tooth necklace does what it did in the old game. It gives you little healthy bubbles when you kill an enemy. They don't come to you from far away, but if you're close, they'll sort of attract onto you. You get a firework, and you get a firework. I thought I saw the teleporter, but maybe not. I don't see any glowing balls over there, so it's got to be over here. I think I just walked right past it and did not even internalize it. Yeah, fireworks is amazing. I love it. See, I know some of this stuff from having played the game a little bit when it came out, but I don't know what the changes have been, so there could be items that I associate with being very powerful that are not, and vice versa. We shall see. But in my experience, fireworks is the bomb. I just opened a bunch of money pods. I got money, and everyone died. It's kind of amazing. Look at that. Look how much damage that does. Fucking ridiculous. Hey, Cinekid, and also Fred T. Fish with 23. Thank you guys so much for the subs. Yeah, I know, Grim Life. It's a stream. It's weird. I'm trying anyway. I'm trying to get everybody caught up on where I am, what's going on with me, how shit's going, and also play a game at the same time. I probably shouldn't have even played a game, but at the same time, that's what I'm fucking here for. It's what I do. It's how I experience the world. I do want to talk more about life and my perspective on it and how I'd like to go about streaming things a little bit different, but I spent so much time in the beginning of the stream just saying hey and giving thanks, and by the way, I don't feel like I'm done giving thanks yet, and I probably missed some people. Why am I halfway dead? Let's not do that. I missed. As my good friend once said, I missed it wrong. I love the weirdo compadres you build along the way. Did he just fucking heal? I swear, he was nearly dead. I couldn't get close enough to him to track him with a targeted shot, though. It looked like he healed about 25% of his health. Maybe he ate a nearby monster and I didn't notice. Hungry Beetle Boy. We got a Leeching Seed, which is okay. It's sort of the same thing as Monster Tooth Necklace, except when your damage gets super high and you're critting, then it can do direct heals to you, which is very powerful. If we survive that long, which we won't. It's impossible. I'm not good enough at this game to do it. It must be really hard for people to watch someone struggle with a game that they're very familiar with. I imagine. This is one of the reasons I didn't put, by the way, on the stream status, the name of the game. I don't want people who play Risk of Rain every day to come in here and watch me embarrass myself. I'm perfectly happy embarrassing myself by myself. But this is not for them. This is for you. J-ship. Holy ship. It's like the Monster Tooth, but not trash. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so we killed all the bad dudes. Let's spend some money. Yeah, this is a Mountain Blade Warband mod. It is called... mount your disc. Which, I would like to take a moment, if I could, to gloat and say, I fucking told you so about Bannerlord. Oh, it's any minute now. Still doesn't have a release date. I'm digitally dabbing right now. Digitally dabbing! You know it, J-Ship. You know all along I built a whole career and lifestyle out of stealing your jokes. Why stop now? Yes, week after Half-Life 3, and I start streaming again. That's when Bannerlord. Wait a minute. Have I unleashed, perhaps? Are the beginning of the end times nigh? No, I probably shouldn't be streaming this soon after all this stuff I've been through, but I didn't get any no's from them, and I am paying... It may not sound like it, but I'm running multiple layers of my brain right now. I am trying to think about what's going on in the game, what's going on in chat, and also what is going on in my torso, and everything seems okay. I have been doing some sort of practice stuff. I don't want to just come out and say I've been sitting at my computer chair alone in the dark, yodeling at nothing, but there we are. How else am I going to know? What are you? An active item? The cube. The cube. I think this causes a black hole to commence Operation Vacuum Suck. Did I get a return to work authorization? No, I didn't. But I didn't ask for one, and they don't know what I do. Because whenever anybody asks me what I do, I just say, I'm in business. What? How are they going to know? It's not like I'm going to get anything out of explaining it in more detail. That's the thing, I don't even know what I do. I think I know kind of what I do, which is... I mean, there's a ton of ways to explain it. It's complicated and weird. Alright, I think we bought all this stuff. We still got a bunch of money, though. Ooh. The hand of God smiting you from afar. I like that item. That's a good one. The, black hole might have been better, but I also like zapping people. Let us be gone. I do technically, although I don't know LS-116, I may not be under contract with Disney anymore. I haven't seen anything from them in a long time, and I haven't touched the tubes in a minute. That's a whole other huge, gigantic can of hentai-style space worms I'm not quite ready to open up just yet. One of the big things for me about what I do is trying not to get up my own ass about it. I'm sitting in a chair playing a video game. It's not like it's super difficult, but at the same time, I know it's more than that. I've gained so many friendships, made so many connections with people, and also just had a lot of fun with the nature of showing one of the... I guess for me, if I'm not looking at what anybody else gets out of it, I get off on showing people games that they either haven't had a good experience with or haven't had any experience with, and showing them something that they may want or need in their life that they weren't aware of before. And I've been able to show people so many awesome games, and that has been the adventure, the journey, and the prize for me. Is I know with a game like Risk of Rain, I'm not going to be blowing anybody's, oh, look at this hidden gem Jeff discovered. There's not a lot of that anymore. Most of the gems are wide out in the open. It used to be back in the day there were some people missed a few games, but not so much anymore. But it's not the point. The point was sharing my experiences with you guys so that I could show you where the good shit is, in my humble opine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I will leave that up to everybody else as usual. Down from there. This instant, young monster, or so help me, I will turn this stream around. I got what I wanted, though. Almost enough money to buy a syringe. I've learned in my time in hospital that poking yourself with syringes is occasionally beneficial. Best not to be done in back alleys and such other places, though. Try to keep it in the hospital. Hey, lay him on. Thank you. I'm not trying to push myself. I'm super fucking chillax right now. I'm about as chillax as I can be. You probably can tell the difference between me on coffee and not. It takes me a minute to get revved up so that I'm spewing out words at the rate that I used to be capable of. Oh, God, I forgot so many things in that medical spiel, too, now that I think about it. I forgot about all the teeth drama I had to go through. It was related, by the way. Also, my brother, God, he almost... It's really weird. He almost died of a similar lung infection about a month after or before. There we go. What I went through. He had a lung infection, but his was this weird avian bacteria. He keeps a bunch of chickens and birds. He basically lives on a farm. He's also okay, and he's fully fine. In fact, he was way worse off than I was. He had something installed called a PEC line, which you think lung washes are bad. He scared the fuck out of me, too. He was just getting through the process of telling me what this PEC line was that he got installed. I had no idea what it was, and so he's like, oh yeah, here's what it is. It is a port on my right wrist, which installs a cable which runs through my arm and directly connects through my torso to my heart. So, an input on his wrist going in a line all the way up through his arm, through his torso, and into his heart. And do you know what that mad bastard did? I said, oh God, that's scary. And he goes, no it isn't, and he started doing jumping jacks right in front of me. I almost puked out my asshole on the spot. I was like, stop, no! But that's just how he is. He's always one of those everything's gonna be fine kind of people. No, it's fine. Look at me. I love him so much. I need his attitude in my life. When he heard about that, his reaction was, this is a new experience. I am excited. That's foreign to me. Ooh, double jump. My reaction is, no, get away from me, you fucking psychos. I don't want to feel better. Just leave me alone. But you need those kind of people in your life. Gotta appreciate him. Good peeps. Even if he does freak me out occasionally with his madness. Okay, with the lasers. Okay, more lasers. I don't think I can... Ooh, he did actually absorb that laser shot. Ooh, what a champion. They do a little clap attack. Oh, fuck, it's the rock man. If you run fast enough and rotate at a proper angle, you can kind of prevent these guys from lasing you. But yeah, you can imagine what that was like. Suddenly, a dude with a finite amount of cable in his arm starts doing jumping jacks in front of you, knowing that it's fully connected to his own heart. Not a fun. Hey, Cat Attack 1998. Did you just do this? I don't know. It seems like maybe you've been doing this for 29 months. Thank you so much for the resubscription, dude. I hope to deserve it. So far, I think we're doing okay. But yeah, like I said, there's a ton of other stuff that I have to talk about and need to talk about. I got stories for days. I had a little bit of a thing people call personal growth, I guess, about some stuff, or at least I feel like I did. And believe me, I spend a lot of time feeling myself, so I would know. Be gone, lightning bolt. Excuse me, please halt the explosions. The little jellyfishes in this, they're suicide bombers. Just get up all in your business. Kamikaze. Okay. I can't see anything. Let's go hide. I don't know if this guy got a nerf or anything, but his laser attack is always... Look at it, he does the combo. He hits you with the laser, and while he's pinning you down, he shoots a rock up your ass. Extremely uncouth. Super dick move, not appreciated. There are boundaries, boss. Please respect my boundaries, which are about not killing me. I've got control of this situation. I don't know if there's any loot left around, though, because we kind of cleared it all out beforehand. I guess we'll do a quick cursory run around. Maybe I missed a thing. Maybe not. Hey, Horsif, I am kind of alive. Alright, well, you can hold me to that. I guess we'll find out. I have shown myself to be remarkably resistant to personal growth. And not just in my pants. Ooh, savage self-burn. Ooh, what's the end game there? What's the plan with that? I don't know, but it's okay. I think there's probably a bunch more stuff out here. Why can't I shoot my gun anymore? Alright, it only shoots on auto target, so you have to be within close range. And it's not a gun at all. It's a bow. I also did a little bit of exploratory video game spelunking while I was away, checking out some games I might not have other checks have outed. And I've found a couple of cool things. I don't want to go around immediately running off into the woods and playing a bunch of weird shit you never heard of, but I've been playing around with some other games. What I found was that my confinement to hospital life, and not just while I was there, but, you know, while I was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I suddenly had an appreciation for and a desire to experience the great outdoors that I otherwise did not have while I was fully capable of doing so. Like, my whole life I was like, I could just walk out the door, grab my fishing rod, and go, and then as soon as I'm laid up, I'm like, man, I kind of want to go fishing. So I checked out some fishing games. You know what it turns out? They're mostly really terrible and bad. But that's okay. I had some fun. I think I might have some stuff to show you guys in the fish department. But, you know, just generally that kind of stuff. Going outside of my comfort zone for games. I generally don't play a ton of sports games. Wow, I should probably go pick up that item I bought. Huh. Genius. Or, like, outdoors games. But those card games, some other weird stuff. I picked up some stuff that I just normally never would play because of its payment model, too. Weird things like free-to-play games I've been checking out. And like the other ones, they're mostly bad. But how else are you going to find out? Bang. I'm dangerously close to spending all of this money with this, but should we go to the secret area? Let's. If that's what this actually is. I know we picked up a lunar coin, but... oh, it's not what that is. We got a corpse bloom, which doubles my healing, but slows it down. I don't know if that's good when combined with Monster Tooth and all the others. I haven't been mentioning all the items I pick up and what they do. I apologize about that. Normally, I like to do that, but my mental teraflops are not maybe as fast as they used to was. Let's get into the teleporter and get the heliporter out of here. My Fen Pedro, I've heard of it. Oh, wait, no, I've seen that one. That's the two-dimensional jumping around shooting stuff with... or no, is that the banana one? I give you full right to take back whatever subscriptions you want if I start playing garbage. I don't know. I saw some videos of Auto Chess the mod. It was pretty cool. It's not like I would go back to playing Dota, though, ever. There's... honestly, it's weird. Like, I don't want to make any apocalyptic announcements, but I look back at games that I used to play a lot, like CSGO and Dota, these multiplayer competitive type games. I would play those a lot in between streaming sessions, and I kind of feel like I've maybe lost some of that sort of testosterone-y kind of I need to crush someone into the dirt and feel their suffering. I don't necessarily have as much of that motivation going on right now, so I wouldn't terribly expect me to pick up a bunch of multiplayer battle royale games. That's not in my radar on it. Whatever. No, I don't like anything that involves battle royale, which sucks because everything has battle royale in it. Is this battle royale? I know it has multiplayer. Hopefully not. Or I'm gonna eat my shoe again. No, I mean the weird ones. There's super weird... I thought it was a joke game, but it's actually pretty cool. World of Guns, if you've played it. It's not the greatest game ever made. It's kind of a sort of a memory game at heart, but it's pretty fucking cool at that, and it's really well made. It is free-to-play money slot machine stuff, although it doesn't have any slot machine things where you get like a random thing for money. It does... you can pay to win in it, but winning in it is such an abstract concept because you're just disassembling and assembling guns, so I don't know. But it is a cool game. I thought it was just a total joke, but it turns out the joke was inside me all along. I'm trying to find the teleporter here, but all I am finding are bad men who want to kill me. There's also those exploding barrel things. I haven't mentioned those. If you've ever played a video game ever in your entire life, you don't need me to, but just in case, I will tell you. If you shoot the barrels, they explode. Wow. Crazy, right? I know. Frost Relic's pretty cool. It adds a... It's actually annoying, now that I think about it. But, oh my... Jax! I don't know why I'm trying to censor myself. Oh my fuck balls, penis, butthole, and potato. Like I said before, not a family-friendly stream. That's actually, by the way, just a sort of mea culpa there. That is family-friendly, by the way. What I just said, profanity isn't the declinating line between family-friendly and not. You can be as profane as you want and still put yourself on the family-friendly thing. It has to do with sexual content, violence, stuff like that. How you play games without violence, now that is the question. But there are some, too. In fact, I found some of those, too. Not just World of Guns, but there was a game that I'm hesitant to show because it makes me seem like I don't know what it is, but Cooking Simulator is pretty cool. It is not a simulator, nor is it a wacky simulator like the Goat Simulator variety. It's essentially, I don't want to be rude, but people call it shovelware, and it's not that. Shovelware was a concept from back in the day people may not be familiar with, where people would package pre-made software together that people maybe didn't care about or want, but they sort of did it en masse. Ooh, that's a targeting computer. Oh, my favorite boss, the one that comes from the ground and makes you on fire. Oh, there's two of them. Look at that, how neat. We're gonna die now. Anyway, it's not a zany, wacky thing, and it's also not a super serious hardcore simulator. It's nowhere in between, but it is pretty cool, and people call it shovelware because it's published by the same company, Playway. But I think that's unfair, because it's not made by Playway. They contract out developers to do stuff. So what they've done is essentially the exact same thing Games Workshop did when they sold their Games Workshop license to pretty much anybody who wanted to make a game in their IP. Playway's basically done the same thing, but with the word simulator attached. It doesn't have anything to do with actually being a simulator, but the word is there, so, you know, people are going to get all butthurt about it, like me. Am I dead? I don't know what happened there. I got stunned. But it's a pretty cool game, so yeah, there's all sorts of weird stuff I'd like to share with y'all. Nothing super great. Nothing Silent Stormy. Unfortunately, what I have learned over the years was that Silent Storm was just that good. It was so damn good that waiting around for somebody else to try to make a new one, just keep waiting. Because it was not just good, it was special. And it still kind of is. Maybe that's what I need to do, is stop waiting for the next good thing and start appreciating the one good thing that sits right before me. Oh yeah, I'm just the typical Minecraft streamer. I've heard some good stuff about the Minecraft thing, although I have an adversarial relationship with Minecraft updates because they prevent me from modding it. Yeah, I'm pretty good at Halo, and Fortnite also big with me. I like the Fortnite. I like how my favorite part of Fortnite is when you jump out of the airplane and then you fall on the map and there's loot on the ground and then a circle slowly shrinks around you and you have to kill people and then you dance. Yay! I don't know shit about Fortnite. Honestly, it doesn't seem like that bad of a game. It's not for me. So I don't want to get into a fight with it because it's not picking a fight with me. What the fuck? I know exploding barrels, but it seemed like it reset the clock on that, and I can't help but wonder if I just broke it. Oh. For anybody else but me, good song by the way. Different title, but good song. That would be a good thing. But for me, all I have is half of my health, and I don't care about having twice as much damage. I don't know what that item is. These 3D printers are cool. They print the same item over and over again. Ugh! It takes a random item from you, though, and it just took my attack speed syringe, which makes me very sad. But the Topaz Brooch gives us a temporary barrier. A temporarier. Yeah, I played Mass Effect. That's the thing, is I would call myself a variety streamer. I wouldn't expect me to play a lot of the same thing over and over again, because I just don't want to. I like to play a new thing all the time. And one of the downgrades there is that I never get to get good at anything. But the joy for me is in finding and sharing, and that doesn't really happen over long periods of time. Not really finding so much. That's a nightmare. Slogging through an eternal, never-ending slew of terrible games. They're out there, man. But I don't want to get so caught up in it, either. That's one of my personal growth things, was realizing that one of the reasons I was so fucking mad at games all the time was because the people making them and I had very different ideas about what they were supposed to be doing. And they were not wrong in that their games were supposed to be entertaining people and communicating their stories. And oof, what happened? I just got nearly crucified. And all of that stuff. Simple, easy stuff. Whereas what I was doing was selfish and wrong. I was seeking some kind of purpose and meaning in life, which you kind of can't find here so much. But what it does do, beyond that, is it allows you to be very angry and disappointed in them all the time for things that aren't their fault. For the simple crime of not being something worth living and dying for, which is something that I don't think you should hold a game developer to account for. That's not their job. They're not here for that. That was my problem. I hope it won't be in the future, but you never know. Oh, me and my uke. It's just me and uke. I haven't tried Cave Blazers recently or ever. But I can lie and say I did if that's what you want. Yes, I love Cave Blazers. It's my favorite. Nameless Worm, thank you for the sub 52. Holy shit. And also Aimpoint. Ancient, old school. These are titans who walk among us. There are 50s everywhere as far as the eye can see. It is crazy. Crazy business. I could go touch that shrine, but I don't want to, because it spawns enemies and I have $1,000 and I don't have anything to spend it on. Except for this. Oh, and I forgot the extra jump feather. So much good stuff. And now we get to go... Wait a minute. Did I spend my lunar coin? Oh, well. Let's go through the portal anyway. Yeah, that's true. I actually did... You know, people are always telling me I died. Why not? Sure, I died. I'm back. It got better. I feel fine. I feel happy. I think I'll go for a walk. But for those of you who are just joining us, I've been going for a couple hours now, and I am not planning on streaming until the end of time. I'm probably going to go for a couple more. I may switch games here. There's nothing I can do. I literally had one coin, and before going here, I spent it. But now you got to see. This is what it looks like. This is what you would do if you had coins. I don't know. There's probably more to that, dude. In my experience, though, you come in here and spend coins. Jesus is definitely a bit far, but I did once have the hair for it. I have since gone with a more utilitarian buzz cut like I usually do. I kept the beard, though. Oh, hey there. Look at the legs on him. Or whatever. Ah! Apparently that was highly offensive. He just fucking deleted me. I was just admiring his beautiful, shapely legs. They go all the way up. I was just looking and minding my out. Jesus. I got latered. Oh. No ponytails or pigtails or anything like that for now. My nephews and nieces, you forget this, Angeline. Time rolls on. They are getting older. Except for one of them. My youngest nephew seems to pretty much stay the same age forever. For as long as I can remember, he's only ever really loved one game, and that was Terraria. And every time I ask him, so what have you been playing? Terraria? A year later, hey, what have you been... Terraria! I know. The other ones have been getting older, though. They are off doing other weird things. Some of them are even trying to do recordy YouTube-y things, and some of my old equipment... In fact, I don't know if you guys remember the terror of the old blue snowball. You probably don't know what that means. It was from a long time ago. For a while there on YouTube, I was having trouble with microphones, and I got the old Blue Snowball. It's a little tripod-mounted sphere microphone, and I used that for a little while, but I ended up switching to this one that I'm using right now, which I have continued to use forever, the Blue Yeti with a boom mic, which is the standard for anybody. As far as I know, there's probably something better now, but years past and now, probably, the Yeti was the one. And I haven't had no problem with it. This thing is amazing. But I did give the Snowball and a nice set of headphones to my eldest nephew, who is off trying to create his very own content right now. Are they any good at the YouTube? No. They're just like all children. They're terrible at it. What are you gonna say? That's how you learn, though. You gotta be terrible for a while first. So I'm gonna let him be terrible and not try to overfill his brain with stupid advice that probably won't work. Just have some fun. Everyone's hating on the Yeti these days, not me. You can take this one from my cold, dead hands, along with Windows 7. SM7B was the one, the Yeti is the casual one. Okay, well, I guess I'm just a filthy casual then. In my defense, though, before the Yeti became the Yeti that everyone has to have, that was when I bought mine. It actually costs more to buy a Yeti right now than it did when I bought mine. I got mine, it was an overstocked item, nobody was buying. I got it at Best Buy. The guy had to pull it off of like 8 different shelves, and together with the thing and the boom mic, it was like $65 because nobody wanted them. They had loads of them, but then right around that same time, the whole YouTube thing started happening, and all of a sudden a bunch of people started coming in and like, hey man, you got any of them? You got any of that business? The YouTube thing is still mind-boggling to me. I still am blown away by it. It's still kind of going on, too. It's definitely still going on. But what I mean by that was I kind of got accidentally caught up in this weird identity gold rush that was going on, where a bunch of people were sitting down and they were sort of sorting through a bunch of other people. Like, that was cool. That was a dickhead. Get rid of him. And for whatever reason or another, you guys chose me. And many of you are still here from that very same time. No, there's still games and gamers on YouTube. I know BizNap and all them go through there. There's still people playing all sorts of new stuff too. YouTube's got its own streaming service now. I don't know if it's related or connected to Twitch in any way. I know some people stream on both of them at the same time, and that sort of wild madness goes on. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say YouTube is anywhere near dead. People always try to kill it, change it, control it, do all sorts of stuff like that. Whatever. You can't worry too much about the individual businesses. That's one of the things, though, is you can't really invest in them. That was one of the reasons that I always did streaming alongside of YouTube. Even in the early days with livestream.com and justin.tv and all of that stuff. Is that you can't really invest too much into a platform you don't control. Because in the end, that's, for whatever reason, people attribute all sorts of fucking crazy conspiracies to why these things happen. But for whatever reason, usually it's money. Regardless of whatever's... It's usually they want more money and they want you to have less. The ultimate thing, though, is that you don't control the platform, so you don't control your content, so you need to diversify. You gotta diversify your bonds, is all I'm saying. And if you don't believe me, believe Method Man. Justin.tv and Livestreamer. Yes, I was there. In fact, I think a lot of the statistics on my Twitch page are not just incorrect, but friggin' made up. Because I think when they switched me over from Justin to Twitch, they just plugged in some random numbers. I don't know how they get the numbers that are on there. There's some crazy... Before the stream today, I opened up the dashboard, and it's like something 30 million, 3 million, I don't know, some unintelligible number of ridiculous amounts of views, and I'm like, that's impossible. I don't think I've even streamed that much. Hey Nemo, thank you. I don't know if this is work, but I guess I'll try to keep it up. 3 million, yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. I know that there's more and people have bigness and all that stuff like that, but I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those. I'm just a dude in a chair. There are people out there that run production companies and they got big, huge industry things going on. They're selling coffee cups and t-shirts and mugs and all sorts of stuff. That ain't me. I'm not going to no cons. I'm just minding my own business. I'm just trying to have a little fun. Hey, Katie. That's where it counts, is being big in the heart, and I happen to have a enlarged heart due to a poor diet, so at least I got that going for me. Yeah, I'm not big on selling merch, but I understand too. That's another part of that YouTube thing. I don't mean to degrade or diminish anybody that does that. That's part of diversifying. It makes sense. It's totally legit. But for some people like me, it's not. It's just so not part of what we're there for that it doesn't come into play. It's not running across my radar. I don't want to do that. It sucks too, because I know a lot of people are like, I would love to have a Jeff branded styled meme related mug or shirt or whatever. And it's not that I don't want to give you that. It's just that I don't see a way to make that happen while I get to keep my soul and stuff. Because I'm not a t-shirt salesman. I don't want that to be what it's about. It's got to be about something a little more than that. But I don't know. That sounds like I'm being really judgy. Like, oh yeah, t-shirt people are bad. They only want to sell you a t-shirt. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever. There you go. I'll make a cup and I'll put nothing on it. And then I'll sell it to people for $1 million and give it to charity. Booyah! Plan over. And at the end of it, I get $1 million because I am in need of some charity right now, and I will give it to myself. And I will spend it all on hookers and cocaine. I am a highly ethical person, as you can tell. It's okay, though. It's okay. I'll take good care of the hookers. I will snort the cocaine off of their asses after they're dead, because I'm not about to share. And then I'll even drop them off right in the swamp. Crit goggles. Counterfeit Jeff merch. You know what? There's been some counterfeit Jeff stuff that for a minute there I tried to combat. Somebody made a Facebook page for my YouTube channel long ago, and they were trying to do weird shit with it. They were trying to sell people stuff, and I was like, hold the phone. That is not me. I did not do that. Who the fuck are you? It was some random people that just decided to go through, and it was not related to me directly. They were doing this to just anybody that had any kind of views or subscribers on their YouTube channel and didn't have a Facebook page. This was part of the problem with me not fucking with Facebook, was that it was leaving me vulnerable to other people who would. You gotta claim your territory. You gotta put out your lawn chair before the game, otherwise somebody else is gonna put their lawn chair there. Does the cup come with surprise mechanics? It would have to have a loot box inside of it. Let's kill a boss. So this character, I haven't mentioned, is the mercenary. He has a melee attack instead of a ranged attack. His abilities include a sort of an Omni Slash, if you've ever played Final Fantasy VII, which, by the way, I saw they're making a remake of, and I respond to it exactly the same way I respond to all remakes. No, thank you. Just kidding. I'm playing a game called Risk of Rain 2. Come on, guys. I'm not that up my own fucking ass. Okay, I am, but just pretend. Pretend. What is happening? There's so many enemies. Stop shooting me. My experience with this character in particular... Oh, I forgot. You can double jump by attacking and then jumping again or something. I don't know. The attacks in this guy are kind of related. They do stuff. I don't know how they work. I don't know how anything works. I just press buttons and hope for the best. But at least I'm honest. Nope. Yeah, it's his right-click attack, the spinning thing. Ooh, it's not good. The spinning attack. I'm about to die on the first floor again. I swear, one day, I'm going to come back to this game, and I'm going to absolutely destroy it, and you guys are going to be like, wow, that's amazing. Oh, I forgot the dash attack in double. That's what I'm doing wrong. All the characters in this game are fairly intricate, I should say that. It's not just that I'm terrible, I'm out of practice, like I said, but that comes with a cost, too. You forget stuff like the intricacies, which are intricate. The thing with his dash is that if you hit somebody with it, you get to dash again, up to 3 times. So if I can chain people together like you and you and you, you're dead now. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's nice for a character that only does melee attacks to be able to do a little bit of the AO to the motherfucking E. So this guy occasionally does an attack that should basically counter my character. Because I'm playing with a melee-only character, and he kind of explodes. I guess they maybe just got rid of that completely. The best thing, in my experience, to do with Mercenary in this boss is to get on his head. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off, but I will try. There we go. We're in, boys. Enhance. Oh, I'm not in. Don't touch me, ball. I'm just minding my own business. Attacking your father. The ball father. Oh, that's the downgrade of being on the monster's head. Is he gets to spawn projectiles literally on your face. Considered a dick move in bird culture, by the way. We're doing okay. I'm going slow. He's getting hurt. He's dying. One way or the other. We're gonna get through it. Let's see if we can teleport through this and get a second dash out of it, because it's technically an enemy. The large slow attack he does, and by the way, that did work. You can shoot it if you have a gun, which this guy doesn't. Oh no, this is it. We die now. Look at that shit. What the and I don't have a gun. I have to kill him from here because he can do that over and over again. Oh! Look, he's just gonna keep doing it. The fuck? I don't know what the range on it is. It's nondescript. It's far. That's all I know about it. If he does it now, we're just dead. I hate fighting this guy with Merc. No. That's not funny. No, I don't want to die. Is it? Did they change it so it can't kill you, maybe? I don't know. It's pretty friggin' low now. Happy birthday. And his pig. Give him subs. Gift of giving. Somehow or the other, we're alive and he ain't. Double jump feather is critical for this character. All items are critical for all characters, but this character in particular wants to jump a lot. So, nice one. You can use Omni Slash to dodge it. That's cool. I don't know anything about that Final Fantasy reboot, by the way. I just know that it's gonna have pretty graphics. I always hoped that they would do more with Final Fantasy VII. I loved Advent Children. I thought that was fucking awesome. Final Fantasy VII has a problem, though. It was a PlayStation game from Japan, and so ipso facto, the story makes no fucking sense at all. It's something about an alien monster that sucks life and it splits cells, and you're a clone and you're not, but also friends. I don't know. Good luck explaining that one to anyone if you actually know it. I clearly don't. What's that guy doing up there? He's stuck. Let's go save him. Let's go save him with my sword. Different game from the FF7, and we like, that's fine. Gaming standards have changed. It'd be really weird if they released the exact same game. He said while playing Risk of Rain 2, the irony is palpable. Can you palp it? Can you palp what the palp is palping? Tentacles? Yes, that would be good. Yeah, that's true, Resi. There's vaguely anti-corporate, but also very authoritarian and like police statey kind of stuff going on. It's a weird mix. They don't like to layer it on real thin over there. Look, tentacles. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You're not a present. You're a gun. Yeah, they're not super subtle about the tentacle things. What does this tentacle represent? It represents the tentacle monsters. And they're flappy, not arms. They're boneless might. I'm spending way too much time here, not getting anywhere near enough loot. That looks like a drone. I will take it. Combat system, good. That does need to be a little changed. It was such a stock standard. I guess it wasn't revolutionary at the time. It was pretty much just the Final Fantasy formula. It was very similar to Final Fantasy 3. I'm sorry, I'm not going to call it that weird system everybody else does. I don't know it that way. I only know it through how I consumed it. Final Fantasy 2, 3, 7, and that's it. All the other ones are just make-believe. I don't believe in them. They never existed. Kenshi got fully released. Awesome. Oh, they finished the map. That's right. Oh, I got a bunch of subs I gotta read through. What the hell? Stop subscribing, guys. I tried to tell you that Calambra resubbed for 31. Uigadia. Uigadia. Thank you for the sub as well. The guy called Caleb 5. Thank you. Aimpoint with 40. What up, Aimpoint? And Nameless Worm with 52. Should probably press escape before I die while I'm reading these. Squibnot, first timer, unsubbed with 15. A little ironic. I'll take it. And Jag Zero, thank you for the sub as well. Sir Lion 1234 and the Slam Daddy Mick Nasty with 7. Thank you guys. You are amazing. Oh, they announced Kenshi too. That's awesome. I'm hoping that people will get back more into that vibe. Finish a game, announce the sequel. It's been a whole lot of, why don't we just add stuff forever very slowly? That's a lot of what's been going on in early access. I haven't talked about the Epic Games fiasco at all either, which I will not do now. I'm just kidding. I will talk about it a little bit. Here is my opinion on it. Good. I don't like it. I don't want it. I haven't got it installed. I don't like how they did it. At the same time, good. Steam needs more legitimate competitors. Period. End of story. They have become fat, gross, and lethargic. They are covered in the detritus and lint that they have collected from allowing any fucking person with $100 to put whatever crap they want on their platform. And it is about goddamn time that people start competing with them. So, there. That's what I have to say about that. Why are they purple? Oh, the chests are purple now. Probably means something to someone. You know, there's only... The problem I have with Epic Games is that I look at their little proprietary list of stuff, and I'm like, I don't want any of that shit. That's why I don't have it installed. When they get a game I want, I'm going, I'll get it. But for now, the only one I'm even mildly interested in is... I've had every opportunity to buy, and it just has not piqued my interest enough, was Metro Exodus, which I never played any of the other Metro games. But the reason I never played them was because they were rail games. And I don't like rail games. I don't like it when it's Fable, and I don't like it when it's Fallout. I just don't like them. Excuse me. You just punched me with dirt. Gotta kill Mr. Beetle here before we get too much into a rant and rave. But yeah, no, I think it's inevitably, eventually going to be a good thing, even if it isn't right now. But I was alive a minute ago. What happened? Excuse me? I was playing the game. Who interrupted? I was minding my own business, just clicking and clacking, and they just killed me for no reason. What is wrong with them? Oh yeah, Borderlands 3. I've never been a Borderlands fan. I have a fairly negative view of it. I mean, when I say that, I don't mean like people who like Borderlands are stupid. I mean, it's just not my kind of game. It's a 4-player MMORPG with guns. And that's not my thing. I don't like the style of shooting in it, for example. I don't dig the stat-based RPG kind of gunplay mechanics. I really like it when you shoot someone in the head for them to fall over dead. And not 100 times the first time. And yeah, there's Cyberpunk 2. I imagine that's going to be on Steam, though. That's CDPR does their thing. A lot of hype for that. I probably don't need to say a damn thing about that. Okay, Slime, that's too much information. .png. When has Blizzard not ever been a entirely self-contained dystopian nightmare? Honestly, ask yourself. Have they ever been normal? Hey, Signal, what's going on, man? Outer Worlds? I think I might have that. Hang on, I don't know. I picked up a bunch of crap. There's a Steam sale going on, maybe even right now. Steam and GOG. That's right. That's the other CDPR thing, is GOG. Me too, dude. God, we should sync up our cycles. We gotta wait for the lunar phases to shift and the ocean levels to rise. Oh, that's cool, Quietus. Did I miss a ban? That sucks. Damn, I wanted to see that. Hey, Silenci, thank you so much for the 22 months. Holy cannoli indoli. Oh, Twitch didn't notify you? I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that, though. I don't know what's going on with Twitch either, by the way. From what I've seen, Twitch has grown a lot, exponentially. It's a huge platform, and it looks like pretty much anybody can sit down and start streaming whatever they want. Playing games, walking around with a camera, painting stuff, playing music. That's awesome. Got no problem there, but it doesn't mean I know how it works. It's just, I also choose to sit here. Until they get rid of me. Oh, come on. Let's not be bitter about it. There's no need to be bitter. Why don't you go take out some of that anger on your body pillow and then come back. I have a body pillow, too. It's okay. They're cheaper than the real thing. Oh, yeah. That was... Oh, God. I missed so many clusterfucks and dumpster fires. I missed out on Artifact face planting and Fallout 76 shooting its own dick off. God, I would have loved to enjoy just a little of that cathartic get fucked juice. Ooh, I want to see Todd Howard just cry. Just crying. That should be the next Skyrim game or Fallout game. It should just be nothing but Todd Howard just crying. It's no open world. You're just trapped in a room. Todd Howard strapped to a chair, crying, sobbing his eyes out. You can't do anything to him. You can't hurt him. You can't touch him. You gotta just sit there and watch him cry. But I planned it out so good. I had little micro things. Surprise mechanics. I don't want to be too negative. I'm not here to shit on anybody or take anybody's money or fuck with their bag. I'm doing my thing, they're doing theirs. We're both just as permitted to be here. But I sure do like seeing huge game companies eat shit sometimes. They probably enjoy the same from me. Who knows? Okay, well, thanks, gaming industry. Todd Howard just hacked the ghost in the machine, reached out and pulled my fucking lips out through my asshole with that. Good run, yeah. Super efficient. We got in there and out of there just like that. How many? 1 minute and 15 seconds. Is this a new speedrun record? Is this the best? It's the best. I don't like that character. Anyway, I'm going to go back to this guy. I know how to play him and I can focus. I was too busy talking trash about stuff. Let's play video games. Man, my keyboard still works and it's still the same. Some things never change. Like the clicks and the clacks. Although I can't give you one of my clicks. I have... Hey, Money Pete Money back. Thanks for coming, man. Don't worry about it. There's a VOD. You don't have to watch. You can just go away. And I'll be here waiting for you whenever you want. Also, hey to everybody watching on the VOD. You filthy VOD watching freaking... I don't want to go too hard on the VOD scum, though, because I don't know how many people are in on the joke, and I don't want to go around calling them certain things with people thinking I'm talking about an actual person. Which can't be possible, because we all know VOD watchers aren't people. See what I mean? It was just that fast. From 0 to dehumanizing in 2 seconds flat. No, I don't have a... I'm gonna ruin it if I have to explain it. Don't make me explain it. Yes, just go along with it. I believe. Did we just drop ammo? We got a bear trap. I think it dropped something. When you kill an enemy. I guess we'll find out more. It doesn't make sense that it would drop ammo though, because there's no ammunition in this game. It kind of looked like ammo. Okay, I'm leaving now. Crazy with your lasers and shit. I just want to mind my own business and go. Rusted Key is really cool. It causes... I don't know if it causes a new spawn or if every level always has a lockbox. But it allows you to open a lockbox every level. It's a free chest, which synergizes with a ton of cool stuff like fireworks. Hey, Onslaught, thank you for the sub. Oh, no. You can go ahead and watch the VOD. The thing is, we're going to make fun of you mercilessly for it. How... you VOD-watching VOD watcher who watches VODs? Can't you tell how ideologically serious I am about all of this? What was that? It really looks like an ammo crate, but you know, I don't think I need any ammo. Maybe it causes an auto reload of your ability reset? Wisp! This, by the way, was the best item in Risk of Rain 1. This is not Risk of Rain 1, though, and so it's not actually that good. It can be great, it can be fantastic, but it is nowhere near the item it was in Risk of Rain 1. It causes an AoE explosion around an enemy every time they die, which in this game is pretty cool because enemies occasionally clump up, but in Risk of Rain 1 it was always awesome because enemies always clumped up. By the way, you want to see a secret in the game that nobody knows about but me? You ready? Nobody knows about this but me. You're welcome. You're welcome! I'm 1000% positive everybody already knew about that, but who knows? I learned that on accident. I thought, you know, maybe I'll just go walk up this mountain real quick, and so I did. I know, right? It's like, hey, you want to see another interesting mechanic nobody knows about but me? Watch this. If you press R, look at that! It does all that damage all at the same time, and it stuns them. Don't tell everybody, though, because they're going to nerf it and patch it out of the game. You did kind of get sideways. You've never seen that before? Hey, see? That's the great thing about watching games, and the joy of this is sharing not just the whole game, but you can learn stuff that you otherwise might just never even consider playing a game. I can't tell you how many times just watching somebody's goofing around content that I've learned things about a game I never ever would have learned. And I gotta say, that is a much better format to learn something than by reading through some dry WikiHow page full of fucking crazy localized advertisements for shit you don't want. I'd rather do it with good friends, good company, and a couple of laughs. And... Okay, whoa. It's my favorite boss again. At least we have a gun this time. And we have Wisp, so they can explode. These dudes are really tough to dodge. And unlike the Huntress, I can't sprint around while shooting. Big sad, they would say these days. Oh yeah, I'm hip with the kids. I know how to speak the language. Yote, big mood, big dick energy. Yeet. If you're 12 years old, you probably knew what I just said there. I'm not, so I don't know what I said, but I assume it makes some kind of sense. Oh, language always changes. Oh, I actually like the word yeet. I say it wrong, though. My nephews do it great. Yeet! But for me, it's just a little yeet. I don't put as much emphasis on the syllables as I maybe ought. And I'm still not sure how to grammatically use yote yet, but I plan to find out at some point. I will decipher this new language. I will study their habits. Reveal your secrets to me, youth. I will suck your lives out like a vampire and stay young forever. That doesn't work, by the way. Keith Richards tried it. Totally fucked it up. Didn't even stay young forever. All he ended up with was a bunch of other people's blood inside of him. Vampirism, highly overrated. We got Yote the other day. See, look at all the new potential sentences we get to work with. I've been Yotent. This is shocking. But yeah, no, that's a keeper. I put that up there with, like, cool. It's weird, you know, being alive for so long. You get to see words come and go. Some of them make it, some of them don't, you know. We're still saying cool. Not as much. We're still saying it. But I might be the last person on Earth that unironically says rad. And a few other things. But hey, I'm a Product of my time. I am an anachronism on wheels. I'm a museum of 1990s memes. Oh yes, I was there when the deep magic was written. Oh no, you said the bad thing. Does... Ooh, right, you can physically block it. It's really bad when there's nothing around to hide behind. That's good. Is rat in any technically still... No, that's a vintage word right there. You're being a word hipster. Rad is like a vinyl player playing a 45 or something. Rad's got some wear on the tires. It's been through the ringer and back. Is this guy ever gonna go ahead and just die for me? That'd be super neat. Could you just please become dead? I don't care how you do it. Just find a way. Your balls. He died. He did what I wanted. He gave me his tentacles. Why are these not physics-enabled ragdolls? Wow. Decent actual starting items here on a character I kind of know how to play because he's the simplest. So maybe we'll actually get past the 3rd floor this time. I say floor. It's a map. Whatever, we're all just Dora today. Yeah, no, Wisp causes AoE explosions, and the ukulele causes an AoE lightning bolt to go out. The Wisp only triggers on enemy death. The ukulele triggers at random on hit, though. I don't know what the chances are, but that's how it works, ostensibly. Political radical. That is pretty rad, Sev Squad. Words are awesome. I love words. Like, I found out recently that the word menu originates from France. And we say menu and it means a list of items, but in France they would say menu and it means a list of items. Crazy, right? I know. It's just madness. Language is constantly changing. The differences are remarkable. Witness me remark upon them. Hey, Catchy Kick, good to see you, man. Oh, thank you. Well, I will allow you to make me your favorite person on the internet, because what else am I? I don't know if I necessarily deserve it, but I know for sure nobody else does. I checked. No, they're okay. What's that, generous? Me? Me? Oh, you know me, just the most humble man alive. Doing what I always do, casually explaining to people how amazing I am. Achieved through being the most humble man alive. I feel like Drax stole my humble man alive routine in Guardians. I am extraordinarily... whatever, I can't remember the meme, but... It's okay, though, because I'm kind of Drax already, in some ways. Maybe not the good ones, but some ways. Should we go max AoE? I forget what the can does. I think it gives you a speed boost sometimes? Let's get the can. It makes you sprint faster, which is okay. Grab a magic mushroom and a zappy hat, and let's get the fuck out of here. This shrine should be good for one more, maybe? Ooh. It's a fruit, though. I'd rather not. It's a strange fruit. Let's use my secret, super secret speed run time skip again. The trick to this one is you gotta run past this rock and then just, for some reason, you can just walk straight up the cliff. Like, here, you can't. Oh, I guess you can. There's the blocking and clipping, it's right here. So over here, you can't do it. But for whatever reason, right about here, you can just barrel on up there like a maniac. Fuck it, I'm cool with it. That's awesome, Foxmouse. I'm also going to not read out random words people say on the internet because I don't speak every language and I don't know what they mean and they could be horrible. Hey, EAO Grim, good to see you again, man. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one, and hopefully I'll have another chance to see you again soon. Did I finish my Witcher 3 playthrough? If I say yes, will people not ask me to continue playing it? It won't be true. It will be a lie. it won't just be a regular lie. It'll be one of those bold-faced, like, obvious ones. Like, it's a fucking straight-up mistruth. Finishing games, right? Who does that? Who do you think I am? Some sort of person who gets paid to do this? No, I would like to finish The Witcher. It's a tough subject for me, though. My motivation to do this is largely attached to what kind of games I'm playing. And if I'm not in the mood for some witching, it's not going to work. And I haven't really been in the mood for witching recently. I'm not sure if I will be again. I want to finish it, though. There's cool stuff in it that I haven't got to go through yet that's fun. I want to get the house thing at the very least. So yeah, I don't know. I want to play it more. It's a weird thing, though, because I've already played through the game and beat it, and also started to play through the game again, and started to beat it, and then got interrupted, and so it's not like it's just let's get in there and do this. That game is humongous. And also, I don't know, I think it was a poor choice. Why does this keep happening? Oh, right, it's because I'm fucking terrible. I forgot. It was like a brief moment. For one brief moment, I was like, I'm doing it. I have good items. And the game was just like, nope. No, you don't. Well, how could you know that pre-rip was coming? I saw he was charging an attack. I didn't know if it was... He does one where he shoots those big balls of death that insta-give you. Although they shouldn't... I don't think it should do that much damage. The other one is it shoots out the bug, which has the shield. I don't know all the attack modes and shit. I need to get better. Whatever. The point of today's stream was not for me to show you how good I am at Risk of Rain 2. That was not the point. The point was to sit down in the chair, see how long I can go, reconnect with you guys, get myself back into the lane, and start fucking up traffic like I always was. You know? Teddy bear late game? I don't know, I tend to... Obviously I shouldn't, but I tend to go for more defensive kind of builds. There's not a ton of this is my build going on. Like, for the most part, whatever items you get or whatever you get, and it's kind of random. But you do have instances where you get to choose, and I usually will go, like, something attack speed, jump... attack speed, or AoE stuff, or whatever. The best defense is a good offense. The less time your enemy is alive, the less time it is shooting at you. These things are true. That doesn't mean that it's the way, but they are true things. How's the garbage man anyway? I did miss him. You guys missed him today. He did come along and take my garbages. One great thing is I can take my garbages out again. I've had to have my apartment managers or my managers go through and do that for me for a long time, and they've been really cool about it. In fact, everybody's been really cool to me about everything, and it's weird because I'm always such an asshole who complains about stuff, and everybody's just really supportive and nice and friendly to me, and it's weird. I don't know how that works. Excuse me. Why are you busy? That, by the way, is a terrible boss. One of the problems here, I think, is that some of these bosses will not spawn until you have progressed in the game to a certain point. Isn't that right? So I think I'm playing a slightly harder version of the game than I would be if this was brand new. I want to try that one again, though, because damn, that sucked. Also, I'm reading too much chat. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to turn off chat forever. It's just me and my video game. There we go. Finally, we're free from the tyranny of chat. I no longer have to look at moving words on the screen, and I never will again. It's just me and the game now. Like it was meant to be. Later, nerd. Oh, it's slightly true. Out of all the times the garbage man came by, I wasn't recording or streaming that, though. For the most part, I was laying in bed in abject misery. That's one part I haven't gone over, is what it was like to be me during all of that. And it fucking sucked. I could go on for days about it. I won't. I'll just tell you it sucked. Don't do it. Don't get bacterial infections. Don't have hernias. Don't do any of the stuff I did. Take good care of your body. You need it for stuff. I don't know, it's a weird, it's almost a philosophical thing for me, because I always preferred the live fast, die young method until I actually had to confront it. And I was like, oh, I have lived longer than I had planned to. I know mid-30s isn't an ambitious point to plan for, but I've always been a bit of a cynic. It makes sense to me. I for real, no joke, just sort of assumed I'd be dead by 35, but not like of poor health or a disease. I always figured it'd be a car crash or a lightning bolt or a plane going down or something dumb like that. Just happenstance, just a plane crashing into me, that kind of shit. Because that stuff happens to me all the time. Not planes crashing into me, but, you know, generally bad things. But I think that might have just been me maybe not really realizing that TV and life are different, and just because something happens to one person doesn't mean it happens to another person. And also, you have to plan for not just the inevitable, but the inevitable. The extevitable. And what do? You know, that was the question I was confronted with, was, okay, you've had all your burgers, you've enjoyed all of your sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and you've torn your body to shit, and now you gotta pay the piper. Do you just pack it in, or do you keep going? I went with keep going. Not everybody has that option, though. That is very lucky of me, and I'm incredibly happy to even be able to describe this. And I say these things, I hope you guys understand, my whole life is a cautionary tale. So every time I talk about anything in my life, it's a cautionary tale. Don't do it my way. Do it better. Maybe a little slower, be a little faster, but different. Outplayed. There's a good goal. No, I mean, when I was first dealing with this crap and I was like seriously dealing with the idea that I would be unable to do some simple stuff like sit up at a chair and play a video game without being in intense agony, you gotta make a tough choice. Do you want to bite the bullet and do the thing? Oh, fuck. Because you could run out the clock. That's a thing. This is dark stuff. I don't really want to talk about this. This is not the personal growth I was talking about. Wow, I lived. See, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. The video game right now is so much more important. And yet here I am running into the weeds. Let's give the game the platform it deserves. Maybe a little too real. No, what I was getting at that was not a negative thing. It was a positive thing. It was about, you know, saying it's worth it for me to put in the work to be alive so I can keep experiencing and sharing and enjoying, and I'm dead now. I got him back, though! There you go. Now that's a life philosophy I can get behind. Take that motherfucker with you. Take him with you! Tie game. Even score. Man, it's getting a little warm in here. I think it has been a long time since you guys have been given what you're really here for. Oh, yes. In fact, new and improved, actually the same but improved, cleaned and serviced, not just by me, but by professionals who get rid of things like black mold, the one and only, the world's greatest, Archibald Coolington. I'd just like to thank Archibald Coolington for keeping me cool during these trying times. There is nothing, you would think there's nothing worse than laying around in a bed in your own misery, but there is. It's laying around in a bed in your own misery and sweat and being insanely hot and suffering. I don't worry about Archibald anymore. You guys have your own Archibalds. Do they occasionally, when you guys have your AC on and I have my AC on, do they like sync up and form a sonic wave? That shit would be amazing. I got some subs to shout out. Sir, wait, no, I already said you. No double dipping. NGC Lolly Scouts for real though with 23. Thank you. And Rookie Sama 1985 on Kindira Bid. Thank you for the sub. Aldane with 48. Holy shit. Aldane is what I will call you now. Endymion too. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. They do sync up? See, that's what I was wondering. There's something going on there. It's like the ships in Independence Day. They're sending each other codes. Do you think it's a countdown? I think it might be a countdown. Take it easy, Sub Squad. Next test Saturday. That's the plan anyway, assuming giant meteors or airplanes don't crash into me, which I am not going to call impossible. Hey, Battle Monk. How you doing, man? 39 months. Thank you so much for the resub. I guess they are. J-Ship, our cycles are definitely sinking. Is this the final countdown? I don't know. I'm thinking about switching games here. Would you guys be terribly offended? No, I don't even need to ask. You're all thinking it. Please stop. Please stop playing this game. I know. I don't need to ask. You're all thinking it. I don't even care which game you switch to. Just stop playing this one. It's bad. I've been bad. I know. No, I want to go over and play a little something similar though. I did mention Gungeon earlier, so Risk of Rain is fun. I just need more practice with it. I want to play it more in the future. I'd like to wait until I can figure out how to get past the first and second boss without ruining my run, though. But I've been playing Gungeon for longer than Risk of Rain has been out, or Risk of Rain 2 anyway, and definitely more recently, so. J-Ship, you think after all these years, you would dare to accuse me of being willing to play multiplayer games? Are you crazy? Do you know who the fuck I am? People? You mean those annoying flesh bags that run around screaming and they smell weird? No, I don't like them. I'll just keep them away from me. I don't like people. Last time somebody said they wanted to show me their friendship, it ended up in a court hearing over sexual assault. That's what I'm really here for, Slime. I'm just trying to bring it out of people just enough. Some of that stuff probably got reset. Redmaster, JV, I had a bunch of problems with Twitch forgetting my stuff. I gotta say, though, if I had ever had to reinstall my operating system, I might not be streaming right now. Because I just don't know if I know how. Everything's set up and it works. It actually was really nice. Today, I didn't have to do too much tweaking. The only issue was setting up my authorization stuff. But no, everything keeps working. It's amazing. I was the perpetrator, Calrog, man. I was an innocent victim. I haven't spent a lot of time in court. The one time I was ever in a courtroom when I was 10 years old was because some kid stabbed another kid with a pencil while I was nearby, and I had to watch. Or I did watch. And then I became a witness. It was like the most ultimate childish, stupid altercation, and for some reason or another... the only reason I remember it was because the kid who got stabbed with the pencil, part of the evidence he submitted, or they had in court, was that the piece of lead was still in his finger after like a year later. And I also remember that he almost got kicked out of court because he showed up wearing tropical shorts. And the judge was fucking pissed. The judge was mad at him and his parents, and he was like, not in my courtroom, get him some pants. That was my introduction to the American justice system. What in the fuck are those? Did you bring palm trees and pineapples into my courtroom, young man? Hey, Zinkla, what it is, dude? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mini Pancho. It's like, what? I think there was something else involved in there. If I remember correctly, that kid that did the pencil stabbing was a known issue. He had some other stuff going on. I recall a story about him trying to rob a grocery store with a broken bottle once. Yeah, no, fun times. What is this display of colors in my hall of laws? I know, Phoenix Wright hadn't been invented yet. People didn't know about things like inflection. It was a simpler time. Everything was in black and white. We rode there on our horse and buggy, and, I'm just that old. I haven't played Slay in a long time. The last time I slew the Spire was 1 billion years ago, to the minute. Yes, the black hole. Man, what a nightmare of a franchise, though. I feel bad even putting anything related to 2K games up here, because goodness gracious, they have gone off the deep end. Oh my goodness, they are evil. Oh yeah, that's another game I want to play, U-Boat. It is up my alley, although it's not what I thought it was. It's not a sub-simulator. It's much more like, I can't remember the name of the game. What's that game where you fly a... Oh, well, now I remember. Bomber Crew, where you fly a bomber. It's more like Bomber Crew than it is like Silent Hunter. There's another one, though, Wolfpack, that I think is on early access right now that looks much more... And I guess the dividing line I put in that is that the sub-sim community seems to have been fairly well rebuked by the U-Boot guys. They got their own plan. That's fine. That's good. That's awesome. Sub-sim community, they are what they are, but they're fairly dogmatic. They're usually a bunch of people that are really hyper into accuracy, realism, all of that stuff. And they're also fairly uncompromising. So it's nice to see people making submarine games that are not necessarily under the purview of the fairly militant sub-sim community. But there's also stuff out there. I'm still of the mind that Silent Hunter 3 and 4 are the best. And I'm still baffled and saddened that no one in all these years has even come close to IL-2. Not, in my opinion, not even close. Because it was... And what I mean by that is there have been games with airplanes. There have been games with maps. There have been games that have all of the things that IL-2 has in it. But none of them came even close to the damage model, the realistic physics, the flight model, the... Oh, God. Yeah, that was my experience with all of the IL-2 anythings or any other kind of flight simulator game after IL-2 has always been like, why didn't they just remake IL-2? This is worse. Oh, I may have the old stream overlay. I'll just to see if I've still got my equipment here. This could fucking break everything, but I will see if I can pull this off. Because I'm about to run 2 instances of OBS at the same time. I don't have to broadcast from them both, though. I think I can preview? Apparently not. I think it's a preset I have in here. Hang on, let me see. Oh, this one! Oh yeah, alright, hang on, let me add this real quick. This is fucking meta and weird, but that's cool. Good way to get back into it. Let me see if I can just straight up capture the whole second OBS window for you guys. There you go. That's not it. Oh, I don't know if I can capture OBS. That might be a thought crime or something. Look at this! Whee! Down into the halls. There it is. I can separate these. Holy artifacts. Oh, one other problem. You guys are probably noticing this right now. I am... Danger dongers. That got a little hairy there for a minute. Hopefully this isn't showing off any stream keys or anything. But yeah, there's this one. There was this one that I just had. And then there's... the one people like, which is... this one! That's the one everybody likes. My old Hearthstone overlay from back in the day. Frozen in stasis. Trapped in time. Forever. Penguin G2Z brought to you by LOL Twitter. Mountain Dew Xbox. There was more to it. There were some images were missing. I think the webcam, the overlaid picture was something. It was like Link's hat from... Jeez. This has been a long-time biggest donator, Dave. 420 Nazi racism and a half a ball of lint and a taco. That's a hefty investment. I don't know how many subscriptions that translates to, but a half a ball of lint and a taco where I'm from, it goes a long ways. I don't know what other presets are in here. It's probably something inappropriate. Like, oh, look how inappropriate that was. You know me always being inappropriate. Pushing the limits. No, that was about the The floating cloud penises was about the limit of my edge there. Yeah, that was from back in the Hearthstone days. I haven't played Hearthstone since then, I don't think. Sucks too, I really like that game. I imagine it's still fun. Maybe. But I'm just not gonna bother. There are other games too, so I will play those. For example, a game I should be much better. I was fully expecting me to close the wrong OBS, so I have lower expectations than you. A game I should in theory be much better at than Risk of Rain 2. A game I've done a fair bit of complaining and whining about. But there have been changes. And some of the things that were changed were things I complained about. Now, I know for a fact it wasn't because I was complaining about it, it was because other people were. But all the same, it's nice to see some response. In fact, honestly, the post-release updates and content for Enter the Gungeon has been really good. They've added in pretty meaty content stuff with the... they name their updates individual things. I'm not going to go through that. You guys can go through that. I have all the characters unlocked, you should know. I don't have everything unlocked. I haven't even beaten the new boss. They've added in a whole new 3-stage boss, multiple secret levels, all sorts of items and equipment. Pretty cool. They've added new game modes, and just, generally cool shit. So let's see, is this capturing okay? I'm going to turn Archibald off here soon. I was mostly doing it to keep you guys in the mood. Don't need it during gameplay, but it does help to cool the place down a little bit in between. No in-game volume. I think that may be fixed. What I'm more concerned about is the frame rate I'm getting on this cursor here. Look at that. Chonk. Chonk. Hopefully it's better in the Gungeon proper. It is a little, maybe. Have I mentioned how old my computer is? It is older. It is possible. It's not impossible that my computer is older than some of the people watching this stream right now. Think about it. Think about what that means. Think about the consequences of that. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, Archibald. Thank you for your service. It's alright, Neverino. We can be old together. We can be old together. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the FPS right now. Hopefully it'll get better. So, all of the normal characters here. We've got the Hunter and the Robot. This game is basically the same as Risk of Rain. It's a roguelite. You go through, you collect items, you kill enemies, you get money, you spend it, etc. Isaac, all of them are all part of one big happy family. This guy's my favorite, though, because he's a bullet. And he bounces. This is one of the new ones, the Paradox. It costs money to play. You get a little bit of that weird money currency stuff every time you beat a boss. It's what you spend to unlock new guns as well, but you only have to spend it once. And the Gunslinger, which costs a little more, and this one is fucking crazy. Damn, Angeline, you're only 21? Jesus, you're just a little baby. God damn. See, the thing is I know you've been watching my stuff for years, so, like, you had to have been 2 years old. Just a little tiny baby. Calm down with the... Stop building your futures with 21. I was older than 21 before I started YouTube. I was, I think, 23 when I started doing YouTube stuff. So, you guys must have been literal infants. No, everybody always feels a little bit... It's a tough subject to talk about. This thing only goes one way, and it never stops. So yeah, let's play one of the new characters. Paradox's deal is that he gets a random starter and a random item, and the Gunslinger's deal is that he's super fucking overpowered and cheese. So I'll go with that so maybe I don't embarrass myself. But the most important thing right now is to see if we can figure out what's going on with this frame rate shit. I think it's probably something to do with this. It may fix it, but we're going to get bars. It didn't fix it. Why is it so shitty? Oh, right, because my computer is so shitty. I forgot. Paradox is dope as heck. I don't think there's any real video options you can use to turn down here. I don't have VSync on. That's usually the killer when it comes to streaming. I don't want to turn down any of these things. There shouldn't be any reason to. I need to set it to Wumbo. What? Oh, how foolish of me. Why didn't I just set it to Wumbo? Having friends? Pfft. Having friends is for losers. Wait. Full screen, but then I can't read chat. My second monitor, it works, but weird things happen when I plug it in. I don't want to... This is part of my deal with the computer stuff. I kept having all these strange, like, poltergeist-style equipment failures. My equipment wouldn't just stop working. It would take other things with it. Parrots are awesome. My brother has a macaw. It's weird too because like being around a bird like that is crazy because it's essentially a 2-foot tall feathered toddler but with a knife for a face. You're like equal parts fascinated and terrified by it. I'm like 30? Yes, I'm like 30. Different, but like it. More than that. I'm old. Yo, I should change out the manifold gasket and change the oil in the computer. I'm just going to turn everything to low and see if that does it, because I have a feeling it won't. I have a feeling that this is because I'm capturing it on OBS is the reason it's being bad. And I have another theory. Let me see if I can fix this with a little bit of stubbornness. Which happens to be the only ability in my repertoire. I was using a game capture that I initially set up for a Risk of Rain 2. But I want to see if I can use a window capture. That made it worse. Fucking awesome. This one may not work. I may need to play a different game. Let me try one more. Does this one work? It sort of seemed like it was going to work for a second. I know it must seem to some people like everything's running fine, but I am a PC gamer and I can smell frame rates. Safe area settings. I don't know why that would affect frame rate, but sure. I don't even know what that means. What is a safe area? Oh. Ew. Not a fan. Was there something else I could do in the video options? Tweak this. I thought Force Pixel Perfect was a performance hit, but it seems like it's basically no matter what I do. Smells like 45. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. Thanks for making it worse. What do frame rates smell like? Usually sadness, in my experience. Let me just unfuck this real quick. Maybe I need to turn on VSync. That has literally never made anything better, but who knows. I want to get everything back to defaults at least. See if I can do that. Let's fall down a hole. No, I don't think this is going to... Oh, maybe Windows borderless. I don't know if it'll do this resolution at that, though. It's probably what it's going to do is upscale me to... Yeah. Look at that. Bam. And, ooh, that probably caused some problems. But it also is perfect now. Yay. The problem is I have to play it full screen. So I can't read chat. I can find a way. I will find a way. There's gonna be a way. There's gotta be a way. Believe. Maybe I could just plug in my other monitor live on stream and see if it causes everything to explode. Oh, I don't want to do that. There's all sorts of shit laying around. I don't want to go digging through. I've been reorganizing everything. You want to hear the saddest sound in the world? This is Tsunami's Caller from when she was 2 months old. It is now my prized possession. She never wore it, too, so it's in perfect condition. She hated it, so I didn't make her wear it. She much preferred just rolling around on the ground. Some cats just don't like collars. They are not into it. I guess this is the only... Yeah, no, in Windows borderless mode, it won't do anything but... I wonder if I could trick it. This is a bad idea. I'm going to have to reset the capture window, but it is technically working now. And the frame rate does look okay. Let me see if I can transform, reset, transform. That didn't help. It's just so big. That's what she said. Not to me, though. Okay, let me see if this is going to be okay, because what's going on right now is I can read chat. The frame rate is flawless, but the... Oh, that might not be a bad idea, Hoofnice. Hoofnice with the plays. Play of the day, play of the game. I happen to have an iPad, and I can just possibly pull up Twitch chat on that. Technology. It's amazing. Also, Crosshair's fine. It was a collaborative effort. You'll both have to share the Jeff Bell Peace Prize for discovering chat workarounds. Oh wow, hey, I can get private messages with this, and apparently people sent me some. Slime asked me if he wanted to unban someone, and I didn't see who he's talking about, but I'm gonna go with no, just in general. If I banned them, it was probably for something, and they might have even deserved it. I'll tell you what, ask them for money, not for me. Slime, you can charge... I'm not above you using your moderator position and absolutely abusing it. You can straight up ask them for sexual favors or money to get unbanned. That's fine. You do you, buddy. I gave you that power. It's yours to use it. I'm such a good role model. Well, I just appreciate a good moderator when I see one, and I don't want to limit them in their, you know... This is weird. I can't get the chat to be, like, decently readable. Oh, no, there we go. I guess I can put this sort of where my monitor was. I'm still not fully set back up. Like I said, I had to do a sort of a teardown and rebuild of kind of life in general. And there's stuff to do. How about you move over there? And you go sit right there. Alright. So what you're seeing right now on the stream is me having the game in full screen, but I alt-entered, so it isn't in full screen, and I've just got it shoved over to the side so I can see chat. But, thanks to chat, I can read chat now. Although I don't know if my iPad's going to auto-lock and then I'll be doomed. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to show you guys was this guy. Look at him, he's got derpy eyes, he's a little weirdo, and he wants to do a rainbow run. Yay, rainbow run. I love rainbow runs. They've improved the game in a number of ways that are not just in rainbow run ways, but I really like rainbow runs. They are genuinely fun and awesome. Especially with this particular character because of his abilities. By the way, I haven't gone over this. This is the... Oh, hey, I unlocked a Shella gun. I'm constantly unlocking stuff. There's still a ton of things for me to unlock, even all the way up here. I don't know what they get unlocked by. You can see I have a lot of things unlocked. Some of them I've never picked up. Some of them I have. This game's been out for a while. I've seen some shit. Hopefully I will be a little better at it than Risk of Rain 2. But what a... Oh, right, I forgot. What his deal is, he starts out with a decent slinger pistol. It's just infinite ammo, it's regular stuff, but it fires really, really fast. And the Lich's Eye bullet is what he starts with, and what it does is cause you to have a synergy with any gun you pick up. Now, it doesn't sound all that powerful, but synergies are a newish thing that they added with one of the, I think, Call to Arms update, and it dramatically changes the way that whatever gun you have works. So if you have a gun that shoots out, like, 5 bullets and a snake, with the synergy thing, all of a sudden it'll shoot out 25 bullets, 8 snakes, and 2, I don't know, 18th century haberdashiers. I just made that up. There's no synergy for that, but there should be. Soon. Yes, it shoots out Todd Howard. Now that is a gun I would... You know what? I don't know what this gun is. I want angry bullets. Is that angry or fat? I can't tell. Omega bullets is okay. I don't know what that one does. That one's okay. What is this? Gunder Fury. Gun of Guncraft. And we have a synergy with it. Oh, no, it's the Planet Gun. Or maybe that's the synergy. It has a synergy with Planet Gun, and because of our Lich bullets, it gives us that synergy. Blessed Gun of the Gunseeker. It gains experience with every kill, and is strangely resistant to the temporal rifts of the Gungeon. Any accrued experience... I wonder... See, normally I would, in the very beginning level, all I would do is just use the default pistol, but if this thing grows and gets stronger... By the way, you can talk to this chap here, and get yourself some curse, which will make the game a lot harder, which I'm going to go ahead and not do. Oh, that's way overpowered for right now. I kind of want to save the ammo for later, but at the same time, I like killing enemies. They're slow. Dude, this thing is nuts. I should use it to kill stuff. I took this so you wouldn't be tempted. The deal with Rainbow Runs is they get rid of all chests. Not just chests that are in the floor and on the map, but even things that would create a chest, it's gone. You no longer get chests. There used to be 2 guaranteed chests per floor. You would get an item from the boss, and you would usually have a special room with some kind of way to get a chest. Now, with Rainbow Runs, you get none of that. But every single floor, you get a rainbow chest, which lets you choose from a number of items. So it's kind of a trade-off. It lets you have some more control over your run. It makes it... At the same time, it makes it way more random, and it also lets you play with some really powerful items like this guy we got. I just don't know if I should use this the whole time forever. Hey, the Dwarf Dragon! Oh shit, it's the Dwarf Dragon. I guess I just kind of want to use this because it goes bang. Pew pew. Can you guys hear the game okay? I would guess no, because somehow my headphones got unplugged. Or... there's no audio. Oh, that's not going to do. Fantastic music in this game. Awesome soundtrack. Got to have it. Hopefully the audio from the music is audible, because it's much better to listen to than me. So the mechanics in this are pretty standard roguelike-y. Just like in traditional roguelikes, like, for example... Dwarf Fortress, you have a gun, and you shoot things. It's not a roguelike. I don't know why. I was trying to think of other ones, but all of the ones I could think of actually do have guns, and that's not ironic or funny. This gun is awesome. I hope it doesn't change dramatically when it gets enough experience. It's loud, but it's more important than me. And I just told a terrible joke, so I guess that means you guys didn't have to hear that bad joke, so... We'll try this. We'll just keep going back and forth. Every few seconds I'll read chat and they'll be like, it's too quiet. It's too loud. It's too quiet again. God, do you remember the epic battles between me and chat over video settings and network settings and... It's just... Hey, look, see, we're getting ammo. I would normally feel really bad. It's too quiet now? Oh, yeah? Tough shit. Deal with it, nerd. Oh, I shouldn't... I am starting to feel it a little bit now. I haven't used my abdominal muscles like this in a long time. I don't want to toot my own horn too much. Toot, etc. But, oh yeah, see this guy. Jerk. You can still get junk out of those, though. You don't really think of... I'm wearing, by the way, I am wearing a brace. I am wearing a... I'm sitting in a heavily modified... chair with a support structure for my lower back and stuff, so chat is too quiet. No, I don't have a gamer chair or Racer X. You won't see... Whoa, it must have leveled up. It's shooting explosives sometimes. But yeah, I'm not like those other streamers. You won't suddenly see a Red Bull mini refrigerator just pop into existence behind me out of nowhere. Fancy that. Or a Racer X just poof. Where did that come from? No, I'm sitting on a government consignment chair. No, I'm not. My brother gave me this one for Christmas or something. Decent chair. Nothing special. It sits me upright, but it can be modified and tweaked and changed, which is really nice because that's the kind of thing I need right now. Hey, Sapphire Wing. So much for sub. My editor's got reset. Do I play Gungeon with a gamepad or a mouse? That's an excellent question. I play it with a steering wheel joystick combo with a little bit of tweaking of the settings and making sure that you get the gas pedal to control your rate of fire. It's awesome. But no, I'm playing with a keyboard and mouse right now. Not the good government chairs, the ones you get from the government auction after 30,000 years in service. That's where my desk is from. 3 for 1. Aw, too far. Is it denying my gun experience when I kill an enemy with my little offhand thing? I'm not talking enough about the game, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not explaining what's going on. If people don't know what's going on, they're so confused right now. Did I waste a key on the... Oh my god, I did. I was paying too much attention to chat, and I fucking wasted a key. Oh. That hurts. I kind of want to start over. That sucks. It'll be okay if the boss drops a key. So, the thing that here's what happened. Part of the thing about a rainbow run is the more floors you do, the more rainbow chests you get. There's a secret floor option on almost every single floor. The one on this one requires 2 keys, and you can't open chests. And I opened a chest with a key and got nothing because that's how rainbow runs work, and I wasted a key. And if the boss doesn't drop one, then we can't go to the secret floor, and that means I don't get one of my rainbow chests, and that makes me sad. I would prefer to not be sad. One of the good things about this, though, is I seem to be doing significantly... I just got hit in the middle of a fight where a fucking HP up was on the line, and I was in the mid-sentence describing how I hadn't been hit yet, and I got hit. Shut up. You see in the top left there, my hit points, there's... Oh, fuck. There's a thing called blanks that does that. It deletes all the projectiles on the screen. And dodge roll occasionally dodges you into enemies. And I got hit a lot, and I don't have any keys, and I'm out of money, and everything sucks. This is bad. Shit, crying lady. Taking out my anger on you. There are secret rooms. I thought that one might have been it. It wasn't. I am going to go buy a key. This run is ruined. It's over. We're fucked. But oh well, that's life. Gotta keep going. Just keep on trucking. I'm back apparently according to Zeus LT. I don't know, this seems like one stream to me. And, ooh, I love this gun, but I love that one, and I love that one, and I love... This is the problem with rainbow chests. I don't know what that does. That is... mediocre. Decent. This one is rubber bullets, maybe? This one is... more damage. Do I need another gun, though? Nah. Stout bullets. Up close and personal. This gun is a shotgun type, so... it makes the bullets really, really big. And they do more damage. Suck on my planet. Seems like it's not doing necessarily as much damage as I would like, but... I haven't even explained the basic mechanics. There's probably somebody watching the stream right now that has never seen or heard of this game before, and they're like, I have no idea what's going on. And I'm sorry, I'm not doing my job. I should be explaining to you what the fuck this is, how it works, and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Here, let me try. Bullets, bad. Dodging them, good. When bullet, dodge. That's pretty much it. You get a whole bunch of different kind of guns. They're all vastly different. The majority of them are not very good or an upgrade, but you have to balance that against your default pistol that is infinite. Oh, this is way better. By the way, when you shoot the final bullet, maybe it's when you reload. Oh no, he's got a shield. It's over 9,000. And the dude's over there. I gotta kill him. Anyway, why did he run out here? The dodge roll mechanic is cool. It allows you to dodge completely through a projectile and do this. Whee! Did you miss it? Whee! Whee! That's me. I'm Neo. How did you know? Was it all the bullet dodging I was doing? effortlessly and flawlessly without fail. I'm not sure if our gun's leveled up yet or how we're supposed to tell. It looks pretty much the same. Wait a minute. Hang on. In the game, there's an O on it. See that right there? On that blank spot in the, whatever, Gunpedia. It doesn't have that O on it. Look, right here. See that spot where it's blank? Here it says 0. What does this all mean? Suck the planet. These are new to one of the updates. These are little jars that have an AoE revolver chamber, 6-shooter, and you can stand in. Never mind. Apparently, if you stand anywhere in them, you are about to gain curse. And curses are bad. It's sad. Die. 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 Timer chest. That was a cool chest. It was a synergy chest. Not super cool for a character like Gunslinger. He starts out with synergies already, but it should. I think they give you any kind of item that synergizes with any other item you currently have. Normally very good. Some of the chests, as you can see with that one, have fuses coming out of them, so you got to choose quickly if you're going to use a key on them or not. What? He died before I shot it. Weird. This gun is far more powerful than I ever imagined. Kills them without bullets. There are, God, I don't know, probably 500 something guns in the game. There's such a huge variety. That's one of the best parts about the game. A lot of the guns are underpowered in my opinion, but it doesn't really matter because there's so many of them. And with the synergy system, oh, that's what it did. It spawned a planet right on their face. Something I get to say every day. Take it easy, Guild C. You can go weeb elsewhere. We don't allow this kind around here. Like one of those rod watchers. Anime watchers. But I still don't know what this little marker in our gun does. I know, right? Anime? That's for weebs. It's like Friends or for nerds. It sounds really mean-hearted when I say it, but it isn't. Except for in all of the ways that it is. Shopkeeper is pretty much like any other roguelike. Sells stuff. That key there, that big key you saw, was the nod key. It leads to the floor I don't know how to do. But, man, that is awesome. That's not awesome. The nod key takes you to the rat floor. You know when you leave an item behind in Gungeon, the rat shows up and steals it. Well, now you can chase him down and kill him. You won't get your items back, but you can still kill him. This is where we would want to go if we had gone to the secret floor on the other run, but we didn't, so we'll just keep going. Gun label when you switch shows level. Thunder Fury level 15. This is amazing. Ding! Guys, I leveled up. So excited. Gotta fill those experience point bubbles. I think this is one of the worst bosses. I hate this guy. I'd be really happy if we got a perfect off of him to get the... If you kill a boss without getting hit at all, you get a master chamber round. And that causes the slow effect. It's just devastating. Gives you an extra heart container. Very nice. An ammo conda. Don't got none unless you've got guns. What? There's our chamber thingamabob. We got our ammo back, so no worrying about that. And I don't think there was anything we wanted or needed in here. I can't afford the nod key. I knew that was coming. It's okay, though. We have another chance at it. Next floor, if I don't waste all my money right now, which I will not do. Let's keep going. We have 2 blanks. I checked the secret room in one of these. Sometimes it's in the elevator room. I checked in here. Obviously, the other one is here. It's not there, so let's keep going. Save AWP, but I don't have an AWP. I only have one gun. We'll see what comes out of this, though. Oh, boy. Gungeon. And bullet, bullet, bullet. Everybody's favorite. This is a terrible slew of items here. This is a companion that will follow you and fight, but he dies. That's just an extra blank every floor with some other junk. I can't remember if that's good or not. I know that one is medium. That is terrible. Golden gun? I don't remember what it does. That's the problem with these rainbow chests, is that you kind of have to know what these items are. It is sort of fun to just pick one up at random, though. So whatever it is, we'll go with this. Algun. Only has 22 shots. It didn't appear to have a synergy when I picked it up. Did it? Nope. Interesting. Oh, that's nice. I guess it synergizes with me doing a crap ton of damage, though. I'm guessing we're going to want to save that Algun for... And by AO, I mean AU, I mean gold. For bosses, because it looks like it does a fuck ton of damage. Usually when things look like they do a fuck ton of damage, it's because they actually do. The reason that guy showed up in red there, by the way, this is the rat room. You can tell by the rats walking around. What that means is that somewhere in this room is a hidden compartment. And we can find it by walking on it. Oops. Sorry. I did not mean to just end that poor rat's whole career. He was just minding his own business, being a rat. I'm not going to go in there yet, though, because it costs a key, and we may not have what it takes. This gun is not as good as I thought it was. It was excellent on the first floor. Ever since then, it's been fairly mediocre. I'm not seeing as many planets as I want. Friggin' level are 17. Oof. This is a new enemy, I think. Depending on which version was the last one you played of Gungeon. Does well enough against simple bullets, and we keep getting ammo, so very doable. The fire rate on it is actually decent, too. I feel like they went through and balanced most of the things in the game, like even down to individual guns. It seems like most guns are more viable than they used to be. Maybe they tweaked the dynamics of the dungeon. I don't know. There've probably been 20 or 30 updates I don't even know about, so who knows. I'd say all in all, the game is much more fun to play than it used to be, largely due to itemization. It seems like there's more passives, less guns, and the guns are better when you do get them. And also, you've probably seen it on this run already. There is a effing ton of ammo. Look at that, another one. It's impossible to run out of ammo. I can't even describe to you how many times I ended a Gungeon run with an inventory full of nothing but underpowered guns that were out of ammo. And that doesn't seem to happen a lot anymore. Seems like they were aware that that was a problem and they got rid of it. So that's cool. Oh, look! Some ammo. What are the chances? See, there's drill gun and stuff like that I've never got. I think you have to steal it, which I won't do. I'd rather iron it. Okay. Probably should have started this stream with Gungeon. Believe it or not, it may look like I'm terrible and getting hit every other 5 seconds. I'm doing alright. We may get to the rat, which is cool, because that's something I've never done before. I'm excited. New things are awesome. Level 18. Do we get a new perk for our gun now? A new talent tree? I wouldn't say I'm good at Gungeon, but I know I understand the dynamics enough. By the way, this is a total waste of time on rainbow runs. You can win, it'll only cost you money and give you nothing, though, because it's a rainbow run. And the reward is always a chest. Despite how chests are often huge tracts of land, I'm not in need. It only really gives you a note. And it's not even a cool note, like, you're awesome, you're special. It's just, you don't get anything. sadness, but in note form. Let's go. Almost done with this floor. We could use a key. Keys are kind of useless. By the way, you can smoke these things occasionally to get hearts and also junk, which is not just useful to be sold anymore. There are items now that modify the damage your guns do and other things based on how much junk you got in your trunk. I think it's extremely cool. There's a new like companion guy, Sir Junkum or something like that. Follows you around, and the more junk you have, the more powerful he becomes. Okay. Just gonna spawn right next to me and shoot me in the face. That's how it's gonna be. Also, if you notice this, in the early days of Gungeon, anything that dropped that you couldn't pick up was just gone. I can save hearts for later now. They go into the shop, into this little guy who's a heart dispenser. It only lasts for one floor, but it does allow you to go through a floor without getting hit, then fight the boss, get hit a bunch, and then go back and collect all the hearts you would have otherwise picked up through the floor. It kind of promotes clearing a floor before doing the boss, and it also rewards you for not getting hit in a bunch of ways. That's nice. Jug. Yo. Anybody who would otherwise like sell you something or give you anything, they just don't do anything on a rainbow run. Which is cool. It allows you to kind of hyper focus on just clearing the floor, killing the boss, getting to the next rainbow chest. Oh, I definitely shouldn't be checking for secret rooms with the gold gun. Nope. Wow, I haven't found a single secret room yet. It's almost like there's some kind of secret or something. By the way, does he still have the nod key for sale? He does not, so we're not doing the rat. We're not doing anything. We're just gonna go kill the boss and get on with our run. That's okay. You can kill the past as Gunslinger, unlike Paradox, who doesn't have a past. Extremely unlikely that I'm going to get through this without getting hit. But, okay, especially if you do that. I like how I can kind of still see them there because of the slow effect. Okay, that's not okay. Did you see how many fucking bullets were there right there? There was at least two. I lost count at two, but there was at least two. That's a decent chunk of damage with every bullet. I don't need to save these because we're not doing rat stuff. Getting to the rat chamber. Oh, look at his health. Getting to the rat chamber costs one regular key, one nod key, so 115 bullet casings, and it costs 2 blanks, which I always freaking forget about. I wouldn't be surprised if Bannerlord came out right in the middle of this stream right here. I just kind of had that effect on me. How's Star Citizen, by the way? I've seen some promos of some alpha, beta, something or another. Which is slightly farther than I thought it would get before it disappeared into nothingness. A new chest. What's in our rainbow? Cubes and shotguns and whatever that is. Orbital bullets is intriguing, especially when I have a planet gun already. This guy is super strong. I don't know what that does. Probably good. I'm not going to get the shotgun. I don't know what that is. What's the cube thing? Well, I do try to be concise, crosshairs. What? It doesn't even have a release date, Brett. I don't believe a damn thing they are saying. They're full of it. Maybe they're right. I don't know. How would they know what their game development is like? It's not like they work there and are doing it themselves in person. I know more. Don't you understand? I am a random person on the internet with a microphone. I know what's really going on here. What do they know? Oh yeah, that's for sure, Method. Yeah, but Slime, they may have raised $250 million, But they've clearly not spent that much on the game, or it would be out by now. I kind of want to go orbital bullets. I'm probably screwing this up and getting the wrongest possible item, but the deadly revolution has begun! Hopefully we'll remember to print enough templates. This gun fully functions differently. It's now a machine gun, for some reason. It used to be a shotgun. This is awfully strong, though, so I'll take it. Must be level 20? Yeah, level 20 it turns into a machine gun, which is a gun that shoots machines. Probably Pot Hewitt. The shovel is probably based on Shovel Knight. I think there's other Shovel Knight references in this game, too. This game is full of references. It's just crazy. How did he die? I don't know, but look at this. If I don't touch the wall, it's pretty strong. So basically, it saves ammo in a way. Some of the bullets you shoot seem to come back and hang around. Doesn't work great with the... Does it take an ammo to shoot an orbital? If so, I think I just hit myself. Maybe orbital bullets are not such a great thing. That's cool. What's that one doing? You okay, buddy? Yeah, is that orbiting to you? These other ones don't give a shit about walls either. Yeah, I also, I got the lowest possible funding package for Star Citizen, but years and years later, I can't remember how many years later, I just lost interest. I just don't care anymore. They can keep it. I hope some... Oh, shit, I'm out of bullets. Still on those. Hopefully somebody else finds my Star Citizen spaceship laying around, tries to make good use of it. By the time I get around to even seeing if it's playable or not, everybody else will be bored of it. And that's just okay. Mini-boss. Fine. Give me the systems. Not a particularly challenging mini-boss. Even if you don't know the patterns, you just kind of stay away from him and shoot him. He doesn't really have any patterns. I'm not going to open that, though. Should have been junk. Yeah, I don't want to be too negative about Star Citizen. The gameplay footage I saw was cool. I'm not saying it wasn't cool. I'm not one of those guys that's like, I want it to fail. It's terrible. It's the worst game ever, and I could prove it with math. I'm not like that. I'm fully on board it being potentially awesome, and stuff I've seen is cool. It's just that if you're not jaded by seeing things in games that don't turn out to really be real by now, then I don't know what I can tell you, because I fucking am. I don't believe a damn thing I see. I think the thing I trust least in the world at this point is probably my own eyeballs. Because I've seen some things that are definitely not real. But I saw them. And I'm not just... What just hit me? I swear I keep hitting myself somehow. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta stay not too invested in the game. You know, don't make it your... don't make it the thing which determines your well-being. It shouldn't be, you know. Focus on the important things in your family, your life, friends and pets and stuff like that. Games augment that. Make it better, but I don't think they can really replace it. What the fuck? I was looking at the map and he just interrupted me. I don't know, I have a different perspective on games than a lot of people do. A lot of people see games as like a 30-minute killer between job, work, and stuff. I tend to see games as like almost an accessibility thing. Like, to me, one of the most awesome things about games, not the only thing, or the reason people do it, or any of that stuff, is that it allows people who have otherwise completely, you know, stationary, isolated lives to experience a lot more than just that. And, you know, it doesn't really have anything to do with what is real or what isn't. It's about expanding what is and improving it. I've always seen games like that. I just took more damage from nothing. I'm gonna need an instant replay from Sports Center here. What is the meaning of this? That's always been the greatest thing about games, is their ability to include everybody. It's a digital version of what a lot of people are doing. Like for me, for example, right now, I could be running around with a gun shooting bullets, but I'm not. Instead, I'm sitting in a chair in a room that's air conditioned, and I much prefer that. Game's too loud? I might just be getting quieter. I am definitely feeling it in the abdominal area right now. I'm certainly working some muscles that I haven't worked for a long time, and I'm kind of running a little low on gas. But it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to make the world's greatest stream where I have the best narrative flow and the most amazing monologues and the funniest jokes that people will tell forever. I'm just here for you to see. If that's not enough, then that's okay. But that's what I got right now. Some things are never coming back for me. You know, that was rough to even conceptualize. The idea that you could lose something and it's just gone forever. And nothing, it's not like I lost my leg or anything like that, but having this feeling in my chest that there is something trying to burst out of it is never going to go away, because that is now scar tissue, and it's always there, and I'm always going to feel slight discomfort while talking and moving in a number of ways. It's weird. It affects you psychologically. Like, I don't want to watch sports as much as I used to, because I see people running around, and I'm like, ow, stop. You are hurting me by watching. You know how when you see a little kid who's running around at a playground and they're just full of energy and they're blah, 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 and it makes you feel tired just watching? It's like that, but with pain. I do have an alien in me. I mean, Pedro is a good friend of mine. Oh, that hit I actually deserved. Unlike all the phantom hits I've been getting, which I have to suspect are some sort of weird anti-synergy with orbital bullets. Which we get to keep using. What level is this now? 22. Well, we can't keep using this gun anymore, guys. We have to hate it now. Do you know why? Do you know why? We're about to make a 90s reference. I'm giving you a chance to blow the top off it first. Do you know why we don't like this gun anymore? Because no one likes you when you're 22. I'm sorry. Good song, though. But from an era where, like, it should have been better. They were walking among gods then. I wasn't really big into the sort of mainstream skate punk stuff, you know, the Blinks and the Sums and whatnot. I was always more of a NoFX Bad Religion kind of guy. I prefer my punk to come from the gutter, thank you, not from the shopping mall or from the Walmart CD section. I want G.G. Allen himself. I think there should be you know how there's the Nobel Peace Prize? There should be the G.G. Allen not giving a fuck and sticking your dick in a meat grinder prize. It's just the complete opposite. Well, this guy screwed up everything and he made it all worse and we hate him. Amazing! Give him the G.G. Allen a prize. Well, I'm out of everything. Except for that. The Darwin Award, but no. That, but with being alive and some celebration. We just gotta keep going. There's not much else we can do now. What we got is what we got. I have a lot of money, but there's no items for sale because it's a rainbow run, so who cares? I guess I could buy the glass one on stone and maybe get a $250,000,000 of a heart and get some more ammo for my gold gun, and fuck it, I'll buy the key too, and why not a blank? You don't get to keep the blanks, by the way. They go away. I'm just checking for secret rooms. 0! That's how many I counted. It's no one likes you when you're 23? That doesn't rhyme with you, though. Oh, holes in my brain. I'm gonna blame the holes in my brain. Did we get an extra item here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this one... They get shuffled when you open it, for some reason. That's an interesting choice. Because it really decreases your accuracy, but you do a lot more damage. That's true, Conclamatio. I may have been overestimating their lyrical prowess. Hey, cool triple train. Oh shit, crosshairs with the maps. I'm doing okay. I'm kind of melting before your very eyes. That's alright, I'm having fun. I don't know what item to pick here, though. I don't know what that one does. I don't like that one. That one's stupid. That guy's dumb. You're a guitar. Shovel? This guy's good. Wait, what does it do? It makes it so... I think it refills your ammo when you dodge roll. Right, it rhymed with the first stanza. Walked away from me. Well, all I did then was prove that I am not a huge Blink-182 fan. And I'm not ashamed of that. It does. It's an active item that absorbs... This is a good one, though. I did not already have one, I don't think. Our gun just has basically every effect now. It's got electric, it's got frozen, I think it has fire occasionally. It's just doing its own thing. This gun has decided that it's going to be every gun in the game all at once. The one problem with this active item is it's not super useful against anything but bosses. Oh, shit's fast. Oof! Roblox noises. Why won't he just die? I think it had something to do with him having more hit points than damage I did with my bullets, but I don't want to make assumptions here. Let's not get crazy. Have I talked about jammed enemies yet? There's a concept in this called curse, which some items will just always give you curse. Doing certain things will give you curse. I cannot believe I made that jump. Shrines will occasionally give you curse, and what it does is I'll make certain enemies occasionally appear as jammed variants where they're red, they have way more hit points, their bullets are faster, and they do more damage. They're just super elites. But it can also be applied to bosses, and that's when your life gets fucking ruined. When you get a jammed boss, just uninstall the game. That's my advice. Just Alt F4, program, control. I'm going to go ahead and absorb that for ammo, thank you. Pretty good item. That guy's sort of a boss. He's like as close to a boss as you can get without being at a boss. These are useless. Hey, Conclamento, thank you for the sub, man, dude. Got it. I think when you throw the revolver at the end of the reload, it gives you a chance to stun them, but I could be wrong. It happened once before. Once back on that. I've told that joke so many times. This is one of the things I struggle with now, is how am I supposed to just keep coming up with new funny things to say? I've already said all the funny stuff I know. You guys know all my jokes, you know all my stories. I got nothing. All I can do is sit around playing video games. That's just gonna have to do. How dare you. Kenneth Wolf? Kenneth Wolf, how dare you. Hey, Butts. Makarov chain. Kenneth, weren't you the one that was playing those hunter games you were telling me about? I think that was you. His name is Anti-Wolf, but I don't care. I'm gonna call him Kenneth anyway. what I do. Be wrong about stuff. Almost habitually. No. I said no. That's supposed to give me an invincibility shield. Alright, I'm whiffing. Let's kill you. Doing that. Oh, I thought this was a door. Some of the enemies just do weird shit like stand around making shields for other people or summoning stuff. That guy makes it really annoying to dodge projectiles. Ooh, good timing on that. Yeah, I only have one F in my name. The other F was tragically lost in a speedboating accident. A Cyclops was involved. I was speedboating with the Cyclops. I gotta think of a new version of that story every time. Wait, you stay alive. Let me suck up all your bullets. Now I kill you. Ha-ha! It's Operation Vacuum. Excuse me. I'm not doing great on this run. One of the things about this is that I'm not really invested in this run. We sort of screwed it up from the beginning. I totally whiffed on the secret room. We didn't get to do the relic. So that was us getting cursed, but I had a bunch of empty heart containers. I wasn't using them, so I gave one away in order to do more damage. I like doing more damage. I don't need those heart containers anyway. It's not like I'm ever going to get hit again. Ever. Triclops? No. It might have been a Biclops. Those are very exciting. It just happened again. I got hit by nothing. Am I just stupid? Is that it? Was there a bullet and I just, like, mentally blocked it? I swear there was nothing there. It's a... In my defense, look at this crap. It's not like I can read the screen real well. Hey, Alex, how are you, man? Oof. Walked into that one. I knew exactly where that one came from. Oh, that was... technically not my fault. Those bullets did not behave the way other bullets do. They stopped in midair. Yeah, I'm with XSI on this. He agrees with me, so I agree with him. I'm calling shenanigans. I was robbed. Except for that last one. All those other hits were fake. I don't know, that was a bit of fun. I think I might be flagging in the energy and mental department, and I'm a little worried about that. So what I'm going to do is just chat with you guys for a little bit here. I'm going to run this in the background and have a little bit of noise from the music, but... Oh, does it not work while tabbed out? That's a bummer. There's got to be an option for that. Come on. Keep playing music while tabbed out is not an option. Maybe. But I like the music so much. It might just be because I'm back at the breach. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about how long I was able to stream, because the point of this is not to do the world's greatest, biggest, best stream that lasts forever, to make an infinite VOD that no one will ever be sad about, and you can watch and watch and watch forever. It's to try to get me to the next one. And I have dealt with some technical problems. I know more about what I need to do next time, and I know about how long it's going to go before I start straight. Have you guys been hearing? Occasionally, this is just a part of the deal with me and my life now. My torso will occasionally gurgle. I'm sorry. It's just the nature of the scar tissue and the stuff that went on in my lung. Hopefully that isn't too distracting. Well, that's good. It may be more in my head than anything. It's something that is very distracting when you feel it. Yeah, that is kind of sad. Maybe I'll have to get a special gurgle mic. I'll get one of those mics they wear on the sports shows. You pin it on your lapel. Just put that right down there on my torso. Blurble. Blurble. Imagine being a corporeal entity. I know, right? But wait, how would I sit in my chair if I just went right through it? I don't know if I want to mic that shit. But I do know that I'm happy with this. This was fun. I'm sorry if I didn't get a shout out or a thank you to everybody. I owe like the world's. Let me just gush a little bit. A bunch of people, and I don't know how I'm supposed to name them all, have continued to be unflaggingly, unquestioningly, incredibly supportive. Not just with their words. Nobody has said a bad word to me. Nobody has said a fucking negative thing. You've been incredibly supportive and financially and showering me with subs. And while I was away, I would have absolutely, and even now, not only would I be a homeless person right now, my family might hate me. And another thing, I already forgot what I was going to say. Holes in my brain. I really don't think there are any holes in my brain. I'm just getting older. That's part of the deal. But at least, now I got, if everything goes wrong, I can always just, it's them darn brain holes again. Acting up. That's the one, Greynock. I didn't know. You know what? That was a prophecy. I was doing fine when LPG made that punch me emote. And all of a sudden now, I do think it might have been a prophecy. Hey, Brett Flan. Giving them gifts of subs. Oh, yeah, I still have my remaining F. But yeah, no, I think I remember what I was going to say. I was talking about all the things that I'm grateful for. Nope, I had it and then I lost it. Brain holes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Stuff comes in one end and it goes out the other one. It was incredibly positive. It was effusive praise, if that helps. Hey guys, I want to give a quick thank you to... Oh, I forgot. It was going to be real positive, I swear. Some things never change. I'm happy to be back. That's a good use for those porous brain cells. A good use indeed. That's a good plan. You should definitely buy a flight stick for IL-2. That's one of those forever games, man. I don't know if that's ever going to get old. That one and the Guild 2 and Silent Storm, and there's a bunch of them that are just... I want to go back and maybe even play them again someday. Like Saturday, for example. I really wish I knew what I was going to say, because it was something that I had thought about that was important to me. And I genuinely am brain farting it. I almost had it twice. Let me just think. I have to marshal my brain cell real quick. I've only got the one, so I gotta make sure I corral it and get it in the right spot. It's sort of like loading a single-shot pistol. I have to align my remaining brain cell with the one chemical neurological pathway that I have, and just retrace your thoughts. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. See, that's the thing that bothers me, is I can speak in 90s movies quotes for years, but it's formulating my own thoughts where things start to get a little hairy. I have to Marshall Mathers my brain. That's what my brain cell is saying right now. It's just sitting in my brain like, this looks like a job for me. Ugh. Yeah. You know what though? I'm feeling it right now. The fatigue, but it's nothing like it was right before I left. I don't know how much I showed it, but I was really, really struggling there. I was trying to just, like most things, when you stub your toe or you break a nail or get something stuck in your eye, you just kind of wait for it to get better. But that doesn't always work. And I was in a really bad place there for a while, not just physically, mentally, and I am feeling like I am in a much better place, both physically and mentally, and they're intrinsically tied together, and that is something I did not know before. Or it's something that's true for me that I didn't know before, was that I couldn't even let my mind go wander if I couldn't get it to peel off of my body long enough for me to do that. If my body's sitting there hurting all the time, that's the end of the adventure there. And it sucks too, because I know that I don't want to talk about that all the time, I've had much more life experiences than that. But it makes me empathize a lot with the people who are viewers and lurkers in particular, who maybe want to play these games, but they just kind of can't, and they maybe just need somebody to help them get through it a little bit, get a peek at it, feel the same rush, all that kind of stuff. A lot of the people that I've connected with over the years have had serious medical issues as well, and I hope they're all still with me, but I don't know, and I worry about that. I hope you guys are doing all right. Are you guys doing okay? I'm worried about you. I missed you. You have no idea what it means to see all these names in chat again. You guys are the best. Glad to hear it, Cross. Stay out of the hospital, Grim Life. You know why? You need a reason? Here, here's what it sounds like to be in a hospital. Beep, beeps, beep, beeps, and everything smells like piss and lemon. Just don't go. It's terrible. No, you need to go. I'm glad you went. And you should support people also who do. Even if hospitals are awful. Hey, Paco. Indeed. It's been too long, and I don't want to rush back to it, but I need you guys to, feel okay about myself. I don't have kids. I don't have any of those normal sort of oh, this is my purpose. What I have is a Karass. And you either know what that means or you don't. In fact, just to be sure, so that you know, I also don't know. You're my little tribe, indeed. More like a bunch of nephews and nieces out there. Although, let's be honest, it's nephews. There's no girls on the internet. Everybody knows that. Well, I mean, it's one of those things you think about when you're in hospital. You think about stuff like that. What about kids? What about that? You got to get yourself back into the spot where you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm working my way back there. It's going to take a minute. You can see I'm hitting some roadblocks. I'm carrying about a thing or two, but am I going to get a sweet 3D chest plate printed? I'm already wearing it. Cool AF. What are you talking about? I said it was in my belt. It's not really a belt. It really is. It's not 3D printed and based off a torso scan or anything like that, but it's kind of similar to that. It is essentially armor plating. I don't actually have to wear it right now. They told me to wear it when I felt like it would be needed. And I felt like it would be needed. Maybe I'll show you guys in my full armored rig. I still have some of the stuff they gave me before they sent me home with a... it was like a do-it-yourself colostomy bag. It was, no shit, a hospital issue fanny pack. And I know that's really offensive to people in Britain, but in America, fanny means, I don't know, but not that. It means an awkward, cringeworthy, not backpack belt container. But yeah, no, I had that with my own little liquid vial of that Scepter antibiotic and shit. That was the only reason I was able to go home once a week during the second period. Come on. That's right, Butts. How did you know Fanny was a baby fan? That's correct. I don't know all of the British slang, but I know the extremely offensive ones. And that is not one of them. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and pack it in on that note for no particular reason at all. I think it's as good a note as what we started on, fart. Trying not to keep it too... Trying to keep it a little lighter mooded than that. But I have been dealing with some shit, and you guys have helped me through it. Not just through community and support, but also financially, and... I don't know, it would take me another 3.5 hour stream just to name all the people who helped me get through this, and I am grateful. I wish I could do more, but what I can do more is this. And hopefully that's enough. So in that vein, what I'm going to do is go now and do some resting. I've got some other adjustments and cleaning things to do. I need to get my second monitor back up. I have no idea if the Xbox works. I didn't even turn that on once. We'll have to see. But at any rate, I'm in the process of the rebuild and I'm home. I'm safe. I do not feel the sword of Damocles hanging over my head anymore, and I think that's what really matters. So hopefully we'll have some fun in the future. And for now, it was so awesome to see all you guys. Thank you guys for coming. You are literally the best chat ever. Except for, I don't know, Bob Ross chat. But you're close, like dangerously close. Super close. Closer than anyone else. Alright, guys. Thank you again for all the subs and for all the supports and everything and for just hanging out, man. That's what it's all about. Take it easy, and I will see you next time. Have an awesome, happy 4th of July wherever you are in the world. Feel free to blow something up. It doesn't have to be for America. It could just be for fun. That's the fun of it. Alright, and with that, I am out of here. Peace outside, and later. For real, later. Like Saturday. Nerds. That didn't mute my mic. I guess we're still going. Oh well, time for round 3. Let me go ahead and open up another game. Alright, let's keep going. I was gonna end the stream, but it didn't work, so I guess we just gotta later for real this time, nerds. It wouldn't be me if I didn't even fuck up the ending part.